I just got a notification that Geeks Like Us is live.
We're
live? What? We have people?
Yeah, no, I just got that notification. It's fantastic.
It's excellent.
So we're good. We're going.
We're doing stuff.
It's going.
And guys, we're gonna be.
Oh, Larry's already here. What's up, Larry?
Larry's here.
How you doing, Larry?
How you doing?
We're gonna be live together this week.
Yeah.
Gonna be a live experience.
All of us together in Philadelphia, the land of cream cheese.
Say it's unplugged.
It is going to be completely unplugged. I'm going to run out of 90s TV show references to greet Larry with.
Oh, but there's so many.
There's technically a limited set.
Yes,
they're not making any more of them.
Levi!
Levi's here.
I believe.
You believe you can fly?
It's going to take a long time.
Wait, so we say it again?
The truth is out there.
I believe.
I believe I can fly. I close this.
I thought I could touch the sky, but that was just what my doctor gave me.
It's a very special medicine. Very.
Mm-hmm.
So
it just makes me think of Space Jam every time.
Are you guys all ready for?
Noah dear.
Noah dear, hello.
Here. What's up?
Are you guys ready for the travel to Philadelphia? And
we don't talk about that.
No.
The conference room is full of stuff splayed out over the conference table. So yes.
If by ready you mean not ready.
Preparing.
We're in process.
I would say this is our ontological vocation and constant act of becoming our true selves, which is ready.
I like the contrast.
He said
that
words.
Adam has a great vocabulary and Gragnold has no vocabulary. I think that's really fun.
It is.
Really fun.
I think so too. I think so too.
That is a pretty good contrast there. So our schedule for PAX Unplugged is up. Then after that, I got to put up the PAX South schedule because I'm not going to be at PAX South, unfortunately. But you guys are. The other co-founder of Geeks Like Us, Ryan Kelly, will be there. So.
Oh yeah.
He'll be doing stuff. Someone will be representing.
It gets to the point where someone just needs to hand me my schedule because I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
That's what they do at Gamehole Con. It was lovely.
That sounds so great.
What you're saying, well, the other co-founder will be there. And I'm like, oh, really? What's he doing? Oh, yeah, my panel.
Yeah, he's doing your panel.
Mr. Martyr.
Mr. Martyr's got
Just orders curse words. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows many different, terms for beer and brewing.
Yeah,
that's true.
And how to add the appropriate legs.
He has 12 different words for beards, like all good dwarves.
That's true. Because there's so many beards.
Right, and the more words you have, the more honorific.
That's apparently true.
Yes.
I don't know what that word means.
But other than PAX, do we have any other big plugs that we need to be giving? Dr. B, we got our training January that you're going to be running.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're getting flack for not being able to keep track of my own panels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just show up where I'm told.
Someone points and says,
Yeah.
Just talk about stuff. Do whatever you're doing. Look good in a vest.
Done. Done.
I think we're doing 3 South panels. I'm doing 3 South panels. I think we're doing 3 South panels.
Oh, I'm on 3 panels.
Yeah.
I think I'm on 2
I
or
just
3.
know what Adam tells me.
Ryan's on 5.
Well, you need an Adam to tell you where to go.
I have one. Her name is Katrina.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan's doing 5 panels at PAX South.
Who is?
Ryan.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
That's a good number.
Yeah. He's going to be just... He's going to need a handler.
Uh-huh.
I can totally
Ain't gonna be
see
me. Can you imagine Ryan and I trying to direct each other? Let's talk about...
Oh my god. I want to watch that TV show.
Where are we supposed to go?
It would be a buddy cop TV show. I think would be a perfect setting for the two.
Except both of them are flipping the guns over.
Yes, it's like Psych, except that you're both Sean. There's no Gus.
Gus is dead. We
Gus.
killed him in a bad idea.
Shot him
Trying to spin Gus. Accidentally shot Gus.
That'd be terrible.
Yes.
It's true though.
One thing
We
though,
do have a couple other plugs. Actually,
yeah,
we need.
Giving Tuesday. Giving Tuesday.
Giving Tuesday is coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow
Literally tomorrow.
is Giving Tuesday. Noah Deer might already be there because Noah Deer's from the future.
Oh, Noah Deer's hosting us now. Thank you, Noah Deer.
Thanks, Noah Deer. So Noah Deer might already be there tomorrow on Giving Tuesday. If you get on very early in the morning Pacific time, but it could be not so early in the morning in other time zones, at 5 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, if you donate money through Facebook will match those donations to any nonprofits that you donate to. Game to Grow is a great choice for a nonprofit to donate to on Giving Tuesday.
They will donate. They will match up to $2,500 per donation, up to $250,000 per organization,
Wow.
up to $17 total. So it is first come, first serve. So that's why we're encouraging people to wake up early, set an alarm clock, and make sure we get those matching donations. Take an unselfie because it's an unselfish act. To be waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to make a donation. Hashtag unselfie. Hashtag early morning match. Hashtag not a sponsor.
The other thing I also wanted to plug is I'm not wearing my hoodie today, but I often have a hoodie with a bunch of cool dice down the side. That hoodie is from PAX Unplugged, and we're teaming up with Table Titans to re-release a very similar hoodie, but this one is what is it? Blacklight paint on the dice. Yeah, the dice themselves are going to be blacklight paint.
Oh, I swore I'd buy no more hoodies.
It's going to be a charcoal gray, which I don't have a charcoal gray hoodie. And a portion of the proceeds are going to go to Game to Grow. So if you buy the hoodie, if you can reserve the hoodie online, which you find at Table Titans, or if you buy it at PAX Unplugged.
The other cool thing about this hoodie is about merchandise in general is the more that get purchased, the more from each hoodie goes to Game to Grow.
Ooh.
Just a thing with merchandise.
It's not like how.
Buy one, tell your friends.
Yeah.
Have them.
I'll be picking up probably.
I'll buy one.
Christmas presents.
Yep.
I didn't have any more hoodies, but I'll buy one.
I think I have demonstrated that there's no end to how many hoodies you can have.
Yeah, no, you
Eventually,
have
I'm
a
just
very admirable collection of hoodies.
I really love my hoodie.
I'm slowly catching. I'm starting to slide into wanting to wear my hoodies to work instead of my blazers.
That's what I do.
Okay, one of these days,
Maybe
I think
not
we're
very
gonna
professional.
switch roles here, and Adam is going to wear a vest,
Yes.
and I will wear a hoodie.
Yes.
This will happen when in game, Baeridin has to be the serious, grumpy one, and
Okay.
Immeral has to be the super goofy.
Ooh, let's do a Freaky Friday.
Yeah, Freaky Friday.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
where Adam has to.
Are you gonna shave buttes where you only have?
Ooh, I don't know.
I think it has to happen. I was gonna dress up like Adam for Halloween.
Yeah.
And wear a hoodie and have it be a thing.
No, I think we need to do a Freaky Friday one shot where Baeridin and Immeral switch bodies, and we
Yes.
have to play the other character.
And Gragnold's not gonna know the whole time.
Why are they acting so funny?
What's wrong with you?
yeah, the not so speed runs. This will happen. I'll figure out a way to make it happen. So that will be a lot of fun. Cool. Any other announcements or things that you guys want to?
In the short term, that's it.
No, in the
Giving
short term,
Tuesday,
yeah.
hoodie, PAX Unplugged, PAX South, other things in the pipeline, but we'll get to that.
Yep, that's all coming.
All right, yeah, no, you heard it here first. Freaky Friday one shot here on
Yes,
Clinical.
that will be happening.
Yeah.
All right. So a couple of technical notes. A reminder: our music and sounds are from Scape. They are awesome. Sven is our producer behind the screens, making sure everything works well. A reminder for those who have watched our show before, maybe been away a little bit, we actually turn off the chat while we are playing, but we take a break around 10:30 where we all can take a quick bio break, but also check back in with chat and talk with everybody real quickly before jumping back in to finish up the game.
That's 10:30 Eastern.
Yes,
It gives
10:30
you the
Eastern.
leeway that you can talk about all sorts of stuff and behind our backs.
Yes, yeah, you guys can like throw theories around and stuff like that, and we won't see it until our break time. And I think that's it. All right.
Should we play some D&D?
I think we should play some D&D.
D&D?
Well,
But I think
then
that's something we have to do first.
we need a summary.
Oh, I thought we were going to sing.
Can you sing?
Can I sing the summary?
Adam's a good hype man.
Oh.
Getting into character. On the last episode of Clinical Role, the trio prepared to depart Immeral's hometown of Windhold. After an eventful and heartfelt stay, Daisy, the king of thieves, and Immeral had a private heartfelt goodbye, which left Immeral wistful. She also gave him 10 potions of wonder, several of which provided much hilarity as the heroes rediscovered Immeral's inability to tolerate alcohol. For those of you who watched, do not feed potions of wonder to children, animals, and polymorphed oozes named Bun Bun. As the chief of the newly formed Ghostfang Clan, Gragnold decreed that all clan members must honor the roots of nature by spending the night of each full moon in nature, thus honoring the new moon cycle of some rock there. Inexplicably, Immeral was promoted to advisor for the clan. Trip to the Wizard College yielded Darren's demon notes filled with insights and scribbles and notes about teachers. Baeridin discovered colorful espresso drinks, loaded with sugar and wizard spice, named things like the unicorn's patoot. They all bid farewell to Crispy and his family and reminded them that he carried a healing potion for each member of his family, handed each of the trio a healing potion with their name on it, hugs all around. Baeridin ate more pastries. Leaving Windhold, our party traveled into a mountain hamlet where they rediscovered the Pelorians proselytizing and generally poking about, encouraging the hamlet's priest Greg to pay the Pelorians to consecrate the ground and prevent zombie attacks and all that. As luck would have it, zombies attacked that night and the Ghostfang Clan fought them off-ish. The Pelorians showed up and now they're the town heroes. And anyway, that brings us up to speed. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the further adventures of the Ghostfang Clan here on Clinical Role.
Yes.
That was
Sorry, I'm back. What happened?
this guy, and he had the most amazing talent. I can't believe you missed it.
All right, so we start off. Was there anything else you guys had wanted to do during the night?
Do we have a name for your recap character?
Recap character. Well, I don't know. Is Zach Brannigan last time?
It was that big.
For this, I don't know. Do we have a character?
I think we have to name him.
I feel like he's like a sort of Sir Reginald.
I actually okay. No, Lord Reginald Topperbottom.
Top.
Yes.
The people do want to know.
Yes. Lord Reginald Topperbottom.
Yes, Lord Reginald Topperbottom.
I think that's his name now.
Yeah. That canon done.
Oh.
All right. If there's nothing else that you all had wanted to do that night, we'll go ahead and have it be the next morning. So you all wake up, spells refreshed, hit points refreshed, anything like that is back. Sorry, let's get our sound effects going here.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. As you guys wake up, Beth, the halfling leader of the church, comes in fairly early. There's been as soon as it started getting light, actually, people were up and about, moving. I could hear people moving out towards the fields. A couple people stopped by the church. Kind of left you in your corners to rest. But as soon as the sun's coming up and there's enough light to see, people are out moving and getting things done. This is a very busy farming community.
I think Baeridin wants to go and find some breakfast. This is breakfast time.
I'm shocked. I'm so shocked.
That sounds like
That sounds like a Baeridin.
Yeah.
Little new town.
Where's the food at? Okay, well, while Baeridin goes to find the food, I will go with Baeridin to make sure he doesn't eat, all the food, and also to kind of talk to the locals and see what's up.
All right. So heading down, as you guys are coming out, you see Beth actually coming up with a small hamper. She's, I was bringing some food for you guys.
In a hamper?
I don't know. What's that for?
She comes in and unpacks. There's some rolls in there, some ham, and
oh, a hamper.
Per person?
I get it.
And there's also some a small like jug of fresh milk.
Okay,
That sounds great.
awesome.
So we have rolls, ham, and fresh milk.
Yep.
Let's make dunkers.
Baeridin makes a ham sandwich, which he dunks into fresh milk.
Yeah. Well, it's good thing you all were here last night. That was a bit of a fright.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
It was nothing.
I was watching those little fairy guys, and they were all wah. It was great.
I guess lucky that that Pelorian fellow was around.
I think that's not.
Yeah, no, that's
A little
that's
much.
exactly
A little
right.
much.
Go very lucky that the Pelorian guy was around.
He's being sarcastic, but I think
Did you learn a new word?
I learned it from you.
Ding.
What we know this person's name, right?
This is Beth. Yeah, she's the
Beth.
leader of the church. She's a halfling.
Beth, don't you think it's strange that, like, right after the Pelorian showed up and said, "Oh, beware of zombies," a bunch of zombies showed up?
Yeah, it's odd. But
I don't trust them. I don't trust them.
Now he's being honest.
I do not trust the Pelorians. This has been happening everywhere they've gone.
We've heard stories. I don't know if you've heard any of those stories.
what stories have you been? We don't. Until fall, we really are pretty cut off here.
Just stuff about the Pelorians kind of going around and, for lack of a better term, shoving people out of their religious beliefs.
Mm-hmm. And also extorting money from them to consecrate the ground so the zombies that coincidentally happen after the Pelorians show up don't come back.
That's strange. That
You call it strange, I call it extortion.
If lightning strikes twice in the same place, you gotta look for metal.
Was there lightning
That was-
last night?
Oddly prescient.
Well, I'm not sure I follow any of that, but I will say that if zombies show up in the same place, you got to look for a coincidence.
Well, I guess it is
Is
coincidental.
there any coffee that you brought?
This milk is great. Dunk a ham sandwich in.
I could get some.
I think I might need it for this conversation.
I'll just skip off and get some of the coffee, or
Very much appreciated.
she pulses out, and about 10 minutes later comes back with a hot kettle and some cups and things, and she, brings up. There's smaller cups. It's a halfling, so.
Ooh, coffee!
She pours everybody
No, don't give him coffee.
She already gave him coffee.
It's hot!
I mean, so the Pelorians have been trying to... This has been something all across the lands where they're trying to get people to leave their religions?
All we've heard is rumors.
And we saw them doing it.
Oh, yeah. Also
And our
that.
friend is their new leader.
Your friend's the leader of the Pelorians.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Friend is a stretch.
I liked him.
It's a cool
Both
guy.
of them.
I didn't
One or both.
either.
All right.
The whole thing was confusing.
Well, it is confusing, that's for sure. But I thought they were both lovely once you got to know them.
That coming from you is a lot.
And they were predictable.
Oh, well... I mean, should we expect trouble from this guy, do you think?
Not from him. Or the other him.
Well,
These-
what is...
Probably a better way to put it.
Yeah. Think
What
of it as two people with one
guys.
body.
Two heads.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
what
two
about
heads.
I guess that guy's where?
That's a good question.
Yeah, we haven't figured that out.
But we know that he's been adopted as their leader.
Oh. Right. What about the one who was here? Do you think he's gonna like try to burn down my church or something?
Yes.
Not directly.
Let's just answer him. Radio.
You gave me 3 different answers.
Well, one of them's bound to be right.
Okay.
Can't be all wrong.
Look,
Just covering our bases.
Sheila's never had a problem with Pelor before. They're pretty much on the same page, so I don't know why Pelor would be trying to get rid of my church, but...
Well, it's not Pelor that's the problem. It's the followers of Pelor.
So far as we know, at least.
I mean,
I haven't talked to him directly. Could try.
are you gonna go talk to the fellow who was around yesterday?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yes.
Let's see if we can get some other information.
That's 2.5 yeses.
All right. Well, look, I'm not entirely sure where he's camping. I think it was off a ways. He didn't have a very warm welcome here with how he was coming in, but it seemed like after last night, people were a little bit more welcoming of him. But,
I suppose we could check out his campsite.
if he
That's
means
not a bad idea.
trouble, would you mind telling me?
Yeah,
Sure,
but mostly
of
just
course.
keep your head
No.
down. And I wouldn't trust him right off the bat. Gragnold just trying to stay on theme.
We have a journey to go on. I don't really want to come back here. We've
Yeah,
got
but they're in. You know what?
places to
They
be.
fed us.
That's true.
We owe them
I am
this.
per person. It's true.
We'll send a squirrel,
No.
As long as it's not a chipmunk.
not a chipmunk.
Oh, okay.
We have to build allies somewhere.
That's true.
What's wrong with chipmunks? I mean, they
Oh,
get
it's
into the
just
food and things, but
It's just a thing.
okay. Well,
Might be listening.
anyway, I've got some chores to get to, but thank you again for your help. Are you going to be staying tonight, or are you taking off?
We'll stay one more night.
We're leaving.
I'm not sure yet.
You all are very confusing.
Yes.
No.
Meh.
She kind of just gives you this weird look as she walks out, and you kind of see her disappear off towards. There's a small vegetable patch garden that she seems to be working in. There's one of the things that you notice now in the daylight too is there's a lot of different flowers all over the place. There's seems to be creeping vines coming up these stilts leading up to this house, covered with flowers. And it seems to be a fairly extensive flower garden. Nothing fancy. No like fussy flowers, but stuff that can grow pretty well without needing much attention. But there's also one of the things she brought in early morning was fresh flowers to put up at the altar as well.
Are there any like bushes or flower sections that haven't bloomed yet?
Most certainly. Yeah, it's still at this point it's almost summer. So there's some that are more like early to midsummer bloomers that haven't opened yet. And a few of the spring flowers have faded on.
Did we ever find out if there was a name for this hamlet?
No, you didn't ask about that.
Well, I'm gonna go find Beth.
Okay. She's in the pretty easy to find. She's got on a straw hat at this point and is weeding one of the gardens.
I get down and I take a look at the plants with her, and Beth, I didn't ask. What is the name of this little hamlet?
Oh, that's a great question. As I'm pulling up a name generator because I suck at naming things.
Oh, that's how I got the kingdom.
Yes.
Oh,
the kingdom of it's the town of Hamlet, where they give hampers.
Yes, it's the town of
Hampton.
It's been called Penny Road.
Penny Road.
Okay,
The
Penny
town
Road.
of Penny Road.
Do they have a Penny Lane? Is there a Penny Lane?
main lane in Penny Road?
I would love to know that there is Penny Lane.
I'm curious if Beth is growing strawberries in the fields.
And how long do they grow?
Make a nature check.
Oh!
I hope it's what I think it is. I failed that, no doubt.
What was it, nature? 11.
11.
I also got an 11.
Nice.
I got a
19. Baeridin and Gragnold, you guys are a little embarrassed to see Immeral very quickly recognize she's got a couple of different strawberry patches going, and actually growing some fairly good sized ones as well.
How long will they grow?
How long have they been growing, and how long will they grow?
Well, as far as I know, they've been growing here forever.
Yeah!
Yay! That's all we want.
Oh, God. We heart our DM.
You had me. I was really worried.
Well, I'm glad you've had these strawberry fields forever.
There's a few that are ripe if you'd like.
I would love to try one. Thank you.
Oh, living's easy.
Summertime. Baeridin is going to be over in the other bushes, some of the ones that haven't bloomed yet, and is going to use Druidcraft to help some of the summer bushes bloom before it's time.
All right. So you stand and spend probably about like 5 minutes to get the whole bush to bloom, but it starts to open up, and the flowers that open up are incredibly fragrant. It's just this really rich, beautiful smell. You're slightly familiar with these. You've seen these growing wild in the mountains before. But these definitely have been bred, and it's more refined than what you're used to seeing, essentially. With a much sweeter perfume. And as you're doing this, Beth kind of walks over to you. She's standing, and she's actually a little bit shorter than you.
Amazingly.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Gragnold's going to offer to use some of her strawberry crops to make an ale that he will leave here for them to enjoy. So like a strawberry lambic.
That would be lovely. Thank you. I would really appreciate that. She kind of swats at some flies going by.
No, I'll name it Rolling Stones.
That's appropriate. There was a rock slide over more towards the mountains earlier
That's
this
why
spring.
I named it. I
I
saw
think
them.
that's great.
I was gonna put bugs in it, maybe beetles, but I decided no. Need a change.
Is the bottle onion shaped? You serve this lambic in a glass onion.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Dr. B. How long can we go?
Oh,
Bloody.
How far can this go?
Well, actually, I do wonder, do they make honey sweetened pies in Penny Road? I would love to try their honey pie.
Pie, no, but we do have plenty of honey, and those flowers your friend here just made bloom. The bees are going to be very happy. And you guys do notice that there's actually some beehives off not too far away.
Honey pie?
Is there any good trees you have? Maybe Norwegian wood to build houses from?
And this just kind of looking confused, just like looking around the very flat, open plains with no trees in sight.
Just worth a shot. Running low on my references.
Coming back to the problem at hand, my understanding is you need help.
Well, if what you're saying about the Pelorians is true, I'm just more concerned that they might try to do something to my temple.
Okay, so you do need help.
Sure.
You need somebody.
Yes. I guess just anybody, but yes.
Well, when I was younger.
How much
Especially
younger?
on a hard day's night like last night.
I just want to hold your hand.
That's a little forward.
Hey, 8 days a week. I don't know how many days in the week there are.
Generally, there's only
Really
7.
doesn't. He really doesn't.
All right.
What was your name again?
My name is Gragnold.
I thought it was Jude. Okay.
Hey!
Don't make it bad.
Terrible name. And we have come here on our magical mystery tour of the Moonlight Mountains.
Lonely Hearts Club.
Anyway, I've got to get back to gardening. Are you guys going to help me with the weeding, or are you going to go talk to that guy?
Is this?
I think we're going to talk to the guy. I don't have a reference.
Which guy? I see him nowhere.
He's a nowhere man. So, what all the zombies that have been coming in, where do they all come from?
That's actually a really good question, because we don't bury... When someone dies here, you don't bury them and put them in the ground.
Really?
We flood every spring.
What do you do with your dead?
Cremate them, typically.
Huh. So these are imported zombies. We really don't know where they've come from.
Search me. I mean, I assume that there's some people who get buried, but for the most part, and at least around Penny Road, we've been cremating for as long as I've known.
Well, then let's where'd Greg go? Greg would be the gentleman who kept us up in the inn. I'd be curious to talk to Greg. He seemed like...
You guys slept in the temple. There is no inn here.
Oh, we slept in the temple.
Yeah, this is a hamlet. There's no inn, there's no store. There's like 3 homes and the temple.
Was Greg the guy that we were traveling with?
No, that's Maiden.
Maiden,
where'd you go? There you are.
Maiden kind of stumbles out from behind
Maiden, did
stairs.
you get some coffee?
Greg was the priest.
Greg was one of the priests, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Beth and Greg are the religious leaders of this area.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Maiden's using the privy. Something didn't agree with me.
Oh.
What did you disagree about?
Let's not get into that.
How to come out of my innards?
Oh.
Ugh.
I think there's one way. It's the best way.
I'd agree. This food didn't.
Sorry. Hear that?
So we have a problem with zombies that you don't know where they came from. These are not any of your dead because
this is Maiden that we're talking to, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, Main's just kind of looking at you. Just like,
You hadn't even been drinking.
I mean, you're dead. Are just wandering about.
we're the
Sebastian.
Ghostfang Clan. Yes, but
I thought we were talking to Greg. Sorry.
you know, Beth's out weeding again, and she kind of hears you talking. But Greg went off to go visit some of the outlying farms.
Okay, well, so the grounds that the Pelorians are consecrating.
Are the zombies still here? Are the bodies still here?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
19.
10.
19.
All right. Immeral and Baeridin, you guys remember where a couple of them were, specifically the ones that the Pelorian basically smacked down. And all you're finding is piles of dust.
Okay. Can we tell anything about that dust?
What are you trying to find out about the dust?
I just want to know where this came from, because if they cremate their dead, Pelorian said he was consecrating hallowed ground.
So, okay, well, one of the things she explained to you, so they do cremate their dead, but then they tend to sprinkle them in certain areas, the ashes, to go to fertilize fields and things.
Oh.
So does this look like dust, or does it look like ash?
Hold on.
Or would I know the difference?
Just make a general intelligence check.
I think Gragnold's gonna take a little pinch and see what's.
Alrighty.
Oh, that's gonna be super good. That's a 5.
5. Yeah, you don't really know the difference. I mean, it's grayish and powdery.
This is some kind of ash dust. Really? Nothing after all those?
Ash dust?
Whatever.
I know the Beatles' whole catalog.
There's nothing about ash dust in the Beatles.
No, there's nothing about ash dust.
Baeridin says this is some kind of ash dust, but it still doesn't explain where they came from. They came from out of the woods in that direction, right?
Who's on watch? Isn't it Gragnold was on watch? No, Gragnold was sleeping.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
You're usually on watch.
I was on watch.
Not
All right.
needing to sleep.
No, I was on watch, and they came from which direction?
They sort of seem to have come from all around, because you guys only had like one view, so they were coming in.
Where did they originally come from, I should say, because eventually they swarmed the temple, and I was, fighting them from all around.
Right. You saw them, gosh, I have to think of the directions that you'd be. They were coming more from, like, the southeast.
Okay, so originally they were coming from the southeast.
Meowing at my door.
I want to turn into a dire wolf.
Okay.
And see if I can sniff out a trail.
All right. You transform and you immediately hear screaming.
Forgot to tell you.
No, don't worry. Oops. Goose fraba.
Baeridin also screams, but as a dire wolf.
Now I hit my mic.
Backs up into...
No. That's just him. He was just here. He's fine. We're fine. No, we're good. Don't worry about it. You can do... Okay, raise one paw. Thank you. Raise... I didn't say wave. Wave your nose around. Okay. Hop up and down. There we go. See, it's our friend. Hold on. We can do this again. We can do something else just to show you. Prove it. Safety. Can you turn into a walrus?
Can I turn into a walrus? It's not on my approved animals list.
Can God,
Seems like kind of a thing I could turn into.
I don't even know. Like, is that a...
I just truly want to establish once and for all who the walrus is.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I mean, those aren't official I would have no idea what... Sure.
Yay!
Does
Oh, wait, a sea lion is 5.
It's a CR5 for a sea lion?
that's
Yeah.
impressive.
Oh, this is a monstro... Oh, it's a sea lion. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah.
Boink.
Yeah.
No, I would think like a seal or a walrus would be a 1. That's fine.
Yeah.
I would like to quickly, knowing that this is going to happen with the divine providence that is D&D, have snatched some chicken eggs from the farm.
Okay.
And I will sneak one over into Immeral's hand and wink at him.
Go ahead and make a... First off, so he's trying to sneak and do this?
It's for the bit.
All right, go
Oh,
do
no. No.
An egg.
do a stealth check.
Oh, my God, yes.
That is that's an 18.
18. Okay, and now make an animal handling check to make sure that you're able to get the eggs without the chickens like going crazy and blowing your stealth.
You. That's a 6.
All right, so Greg, you're able to get up to a chicken coop, and you locate an egg, and you go in to grab it, and just all of a sudden you're hearing, I think I have chickens on this. Oh, that's a rooster, but... Oh.
It's for the bit. Don't take this from me. I'll give it back.
No, oh, him? Don't worry about it. He's just the Eggman.
Just, this guy... Look, I sell those.
Right. He's the Eggman.
All right.
I also have a vested interest in eggs.
Look, are you offering to buy the eggs?
Possibly.
Give me 3 coppers.
Okay. No, I'll give you 3 coppers for this. This is worth 3 coppers.
I think given how much hassle we've done, I think you should pay him more than
I'm
that.
actually going to give him 5 coppers.
All right. And he grabs a couple. He definitely reaches in and gives you guys a couple more eggs. So you have 5 eggs now.
5 eggs. All right.
Fantastic.
I begin to juggle the eggs.
Don't let the chicken see you doing that.
I start to juggle them.
Okay. Go ahead and make a either acrobatics or acrobatics, I guess.
Okay. I'll take a 20 modified.
Yeah, easy enough.
Just juggling. I actually throw one at Gragnold.
All right, make an attack roll.
Catch it in my mouth.
All right, so
You're not the first one to throw eggs at me. So.
I have 23.
Okay.
Juggling.
Are you trying to let him catch it in his mouth, or are you trying to get it?
Hit him square in the...
All right, Greg, go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
Oh, good. This is my best stat.
I know it is.
It's I got a 6.
You go to try to catch it in your mouth, and you're able to change the trajectory from it hitting you square in the forehead a bit to hitting you right on the bridge of your nose and smearing right down into your beard.
Oh, that's...
All right.
Oh.
Let's try again.
That's egg on your
And
face.
Beth's just kind of looking at you guys like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I start working with this, just looking around. No, this is what we do is we travel the world. He is the
circus
Eggman.
performers?
Possibly, I smash it. I am also the Eggman.
For the benefit of Mr. Kite, there will be a show tonight.
On trampolines.
What's a trampoline?
It's something you jump on.
Oh. Where do you keep it?
Like this joke tray.
I think this joke is dead.
No, now we got to keep doing it. Yeah, that's how this joke works.
That's the Steve Martin. That's how
That's
it
right.
works.
You just gotta keep doing it until it comes back around to being funny.
Are there is there a family named the Hendersons in this hamlet, Penny Road?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, because we heard the Hendersons would all be there.
Nice.
I
Well,
think Baeridin's gonna wander off into the.
That's a first. That's Baeridin going right
this is like the episode of The Simpsons where the baby got bored of Peekaboo before Homer did.
Basically, yes. But yes, if we are a traveling band of performers, and we have an interest in religion, and but yeah, we will accept. I will continue juggling.
Well,
I'll
she walked
tell-
off. She kind of just
I-
was like, "You guys are freaking me out. I don't know what to do, and I have a lot of chores to do."
Just keeps juggling and talking.
Main's kind of looking at you all, and he leans over to Gragnold. Chief, is this really what is this we're doing?
I'm juggling.
It's a bit.
We're exploring some issues as a group.
Do I need to get hit in the face with an egg?
Would you like to be?
Try to catch it. That was not on purpose.
Oh. Is this like a new initiation thing that the elf has come up with?
Yes.
Um,
All the cool kids get the eggs in their beard.
Alright, I'll catch the egg in my mouth.
Gragnold,
There we go. There
you've
we
gone
go.
mad with
There we
power.
And I take one of the 4 eggs that are left, and I fling it at the mouth.
No, 3 eggs.
No,
You
Oh,
smashed
that's right.
one on your face.
There we go. Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
that's another 23.
I don't think he can roll high enough. No, yeah, he doesn't, like, he's just kind of got his mouth open and actually has his eyes closed, and so just squarely right in the center
I
of
was
the
going for
forehead.
in the mouth.
Oh, you're going for it in the mouth? Oh, okay,
Oh,
so yeah, he catches it in his mouth. Oh!
Oh! As I'm continuing to juggle the 2 eggs that are left.
Yeah.
You did it.
Switching hands, juggling with the other hand. I am a lefty. I am a righty. I am going to...
You gotta
start-
make another acrobatics check for this with all the...
I'll take another modified 20.
Alright, yeah, easy enough. And, so...
Hey, do we have a crowd yet? Because we're going to work this.
We're
There's
like
nobody around! Everyone's out
We're
working in
all
the fields! Like,
We're workshopping.
Baeridin's wandered off at this point?
Waddled off at this point. Because
Yeah.
I still want.
I only have 2 wild shapes a day. I can't.
he is still the
For short
walrus.
rest.
Baeridin
Per
is
short
the
rest.
walrus.
Yeah. Are you a walrus now?
I assume walruses have just as much keen sense of smell as wolves do.
I would assume. So.
Actually, we can offer his services to plow your field.
He's got.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know who's around. We offer plowing services.
You're talking to Maiden.
And the chickens.
Oh, I'm talking to the chickens now.
I mean, that's the only ones around.
Oh, this is gonna look like this is gonna look like Gronk from frickin' Emperor's New Groove. It's just gonna be clucking, clucking, cluck, cluck.
All right. So, what are you guys looking for? A crowd,
No,
or are you looking for tracks of zombies?
Tracks of zombies.
I'm looking for the zombie scent to track them back to where they
All
came
right. I'll say go. You shift. I'm just gonna make a quick ruling here of you shifted quick enough you could get back into the direwolf form. Since you
Perfect.
hadn't taken any hit damage and we're not in a combat thing, so it doesn't matter. Don't try that in combat. That won't work.
from. It works for the bit.
It
and for
works-
nothing else.
It works for the bit.
It only works if it's funny.
Yes.
It's
For
a
the
Roger.
Yeah, no, that's true. That is an established rule.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check using smell with the direwolf, which I think you get advantage on.
I think so too. So, natural 20
Natural 20, easy enough.
plus 6, so 26.
Yeah. So, it takes you a little bit. Wait, passive perception 13 has advantage. It's only +3, but 23. But still, like it's a nat 20. So.
For the direwolf?
Yeah.
It shows a +6 on my thing. Am I
Really?
looking at the wrong thing?
Perception +3. Passive perception's 13.
Yeah, it totally shows a +6 on my.
That's weird.
Okay.
Okay.
No,
Well, whatever. I mean, I'm in the monster section, so it might be different for the.
I'm using the
beasties.
section for the beasts on the creatures for the character sheet. I was going to figure that out later.
No worries. Anyway, no matter what, it's natural 20. So as you smell around the area where the zombies are, you do find one that's a little bit of like a rotted foot or something left. And it gives you enough of a scent that you're able to start following it. And you start going back away from this little hamlet. So again, it's the temple and it's actually 4 other small houses. And you can see lots of outlying farms. And you start leading you down this track. It's not... Calling it a road would be generous. It's some sort of pathway that's kind of meandering between a couple of the fields. Leading back... Yeah, leading more towards the mountains. So leading a little bit north at this point. Eventually you come to a larger hill. I'm hearing dings. Where you can see the hamlet pretty clearly, but it's far off in the distance. And the smell gets a lot stronger. And you're actually hearing like the buzzing of flies and this... Immeral and Gragnold, are you guys following him?
Oh, yes.
I imagine it's easy to follow the trail of a walrus.
Yeah. No, he's
He's a wolf, direwolf, yeah. Now you're able to follow him.
I'm making like no effort to be like stealthy or anything.
Yeah.
I'm like
yeah. And Hobbs is sitting on your back, just kind of enjoying the ride.
And I'm running to keep up, apparently.
Yeah.
Actually, do I need to lift Gragnold onto my shoulders as I run?
I have that extra baby Bjorn.
Oh, that's right. You got the Dwarven Bjorn.
Yeah.
It'll fit.
The emerald to baby Bjorn.
I've never been on this side of it before.
So I'm just running to keep up.
Yeah. But you come to this one area and it's definitely a bad part of the land for farming. It's sort of this valley between like 3 or 4 different hills, all kind of coming down into almost swampy-like ground. The smell of rot is very, very strong here. And it seems all of the smell of zombie came from this swampy area.
So I guess I'm going to look around to see whether or not there's like upturned dirt or like spaces where it looks like something came out of the ground. If it's swampy area, it might have all covered in, but...
Yeah, go ahead and just make an investigation check.
17.
There's definitely some areas where it looks like the ground might have been recently disturbed, but because it is so, like, as soon as you're stepping in, it's marshy and it's hard to tell.
The bear's just gonna kind of pace around and whine as a wolf, as he's looking around and stuff.
Immeral, Gragnold, what would you guys be up to?
I'm watching this happen, but eventually I start looking for any clues of what might have started the zombie outbreak, given this is from the swamp. And I pull the ripcord and
Gragnold 3 points lands.
3-point superhero landing.
Gragnold will also use a survival to see if it can tracks.
So you either both can roll a survival or one of you can roll with advantage.
You can roll with advantage.
I have +5. My first roll was garbage. That is a 24.
24. Okay. Walking around the edge of the swamp, you do see it's keeping footprints pretty easily. So you're actually walking pretty carefully, like trying to stick more up on the hills to look down so that you don't disturb any footprints that might be there. As you get to the side that's further away, the furthest away from the hamlet, you notice something definitely seeming out of place. You can see where the grass has been bent from someone walking through it. and then you could see some footprints at the edge of the swamp. They seem pretty deep, as though maybe somebody was standing there for quite a while.
What the game master just said.
What the devil's a game master?
There it is.
What? Huh?
There's 2 feet. Looks like someone's been standing there for a long time.
Given we found a foot earlier,
Maybe that was where it was. Let's see if it's the same size.
Did you bring it with you?
Zombarelli, night and day at Zombarelli.
Someone
The zombie foot, these look like boots or shoes of some kind. The zombie foot was a barefoot.
Can I tell if the what the gate was like through the? Is it
So this that one would be
an even gate or a foot drag
Is it
kind of a
sort of like
lumbering zombie
gate?
gate?
Or is it more like
so if you're looking just like zombie gate versus someone who's can actually pick their feet up, seemingly this looks like someone who could pick their feet up, so not any movement like you've seen with zombies before.
It's a Pelorian.
Those Pelorians always picking their feet up.
Two things about Pelorians: they're hang out with zombies and they can
pick their feet up.
They definitely pick their feet up. Oh, wait a minute.
What?
The P in Pelorian to pick your feet up. It's almost too easy.
It's solved it.
It's a conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
Solved it.
Zombie gate.
Well, Baeridin,
we worry about the zombies gate. That's the problem.
Pelorian gate. Well, I'll come up and I'll sniff that spot too, although I'm going to guess that it's mostly swamp smelly.
Yeah, go ahead and give a perception check.
I rolled another natural 20.
Nice. This a lot of swamp spell, but you are able to get a very distinct human scent.
Do they smell like they wear Pelorian deodorant?
It does not smell like the essence of Pelorian that
pH balance for their followers.
Yeah, the essence of Pelorian stick that you got off the ship back in Not Chult. Does not. It doesn't smell like that necessarily.
It doesn't smell like that.
No, but with a natural 20, I would say that it's strong enough that your dire wolf form would possibly be able to remember it.
From where?
Well, no, like if you were to smell it again.
Oh, if you smell it again. Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah.
So you can track it.
Oh, got it.
Can you track it? I got it. Can you
track that smell?
Track it from here. Get it, boy. Get it.
Get it, Baeridin. Get it. Who wants to get the smell? Who wants to get the smell? Who wants to get it?
Good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Go get the smell.
Can I track it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll again for that, or
No. So as you get the smell, so you're able to, you follow it back to where Gragnold pointed out the grass was kind of bent, and it seems like the tracks started there, just went there. It's hard to say. It's kind of faint, but definitely very strong where it was standing. And then it kind of walked around the edge of the swamp up towards the hill, and that's where it ends.
the hill
Overlooking
leads
that,
back
where
to
you can,
one,
towards the hamlet.
Okay.
But it completely ends there. It doesn't go off. You follow the track a few times, and it's just this very simple starting kind of up at the back, coming down, standing, around, up, gone.
And then it ends before it gets into...
Yeah, just so... Yep, yeah. So there's like these two, or a bunch of little hills leading into this swampy area. So it's like one of the hills towards the back is where it seemed to start, maybe. Yeah, but kind of odd because it's about halfway down the hill. Then towards the swamp, around the edge of this little swamp, up to the top of the other hill, and then that's where it ends.
I think at this point, Baeridin's going to shapeshift out, and he's going to say, my only conclusion, the trail ends here. My only conclusion is he must have flown up into the air and traveled to the sun.
Are there any clues that there are any, residual magic or any evidence of how this person may have come to this location and stopped here or began here. I don't know.
Be a great thing for a wizard.
Did the tracks walk?
We should get a wizard. Didn't we travel here with someone who was a magic user?
Yeah, he became the leader of the Paylor.
Oh yeah.
No, what about? Wait, hold on. What about let's see. Let's see here. She was the one of the. Let's see. Dara gave notes. Greg.
This is why we keep notes.
Yes.
We can reference them on stream.
Did
make all of you watch us do that.
Did the tracks?
Isn't it great?
Did they start at the hill and then go into the swamp and stop there, or vice versa?
Tareen.
Can't really tell. Tareen's off doing her year-long walkabout as part of her cleric training.
All right.
She's a cleric.
They know about some magic. Those clerics.
So either they either disappeared in one of these two locations, or that's it. That's all. That's it. They appeared or disappeared.
And you're getting the sense. I mean, like,
or they
there
use
weren't really footprints over on this side. There were footprints along the side of the swamp, so you could tell what direction they were going in. There were no footprints coming back to that other area.
So I guess the question is the heavy footprints that were there. Somebody was standing there for a long time, probably raising the dead. Was that where they started and then walked to the hill, or were they at the hill and then walked to that spot where they stood for a long time?
Make a survival check as you're investigating that area.
Anybody can get some help so I can.
I will follow suit.
Or can I get advantage on that? That's a 13.
I got a 17.
As you guys are looking through it, the best you can tell, it looks like they started at the top of that hill and came down towards the swamp.
Cool. But then they didn't walk away from the heavy foot spot.
They did walk away. Then they walked around the edge of the swamp and up the other hill.
Okay. Thanks for clarification.
Okay.
Yeah, so
here,
stand, walk around, up, and
go. Okay, so my theory is they stood there in order to cast the spell. That's from Adam, not from Greg.
Yeah.
I ever wondered why they stood here for such a long time.
My theory is that it was so that they could cast a spell.
Oh, that's so smart.
I came up with it all by myself.
What kind of spell would you cast at a swamp?
Some type of swamp spell.
Who was that?
I forgot you were here.
That was me.
Mayton.
Okay.
Mayton was wandering along with you guys too. He's a little bit further behind.
Speak up.
How did you keep up? We were going at a good clip there, mate.
We didn't have two spots.
That's why it took me a while to catch up. Jeez.
Oh, don't sneak up on us like that.
Announce your arrival and departure.
That's the
right.
polite.
Okay. Well, should I go back to the ham?
Well, you're here now.
All right. Are we going to the mountains?
Well, no, this is where apparently the zombies start. Well, the person who was part of the zombie outbreak was standing. Well, you were there. Fill him in.
Right.
I think one of the Paylor guys stood here and made zombies, and then made the zombies disappear back up at the temple.
So do we go find that Paylor guy?
I think now it's time to ask.
Great idea.
All right. I think they said he was staying like the north of town.
Well, shall we go to the north of town?
Let's do it.
Let's go to the north of town.
Lead the way, maiden.
All right.
I'll follow you, so I won't forget you're here.
And he leads you back towards the hamlet, and then you guys kind of skirt around the edge of it, and then towards the north side of it. And you come to another little hill overlooking several of the fields, and it's actually sitting towards the top of it. You see this Pelorian sitting and talking with someone in kind of simple farm gear, and as you guys approach, the farmer stands up and nods at you all and walks off. And he stands up and... Hello all, I didn't get your names last night. Sorry.
I'm Baeridin.
Baeridin.
Immeral.
Immeral. Mayton. I know.
You have to give your name.
This is where you generally speak.
So didn't understand the social contract there. My name's Gragnold.
Torsen.
Torson?
QRSON.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you all. Thank you for your help last night. It's Pelor's blessing that let us all be together so we could protect the people here.
I think it was Pelor's blessing that let us all go fight off some zombies.
Yeah. So, Pelor's blessing. Pelor's blessing seems to come with a lot of zombies, we hear.
It's been a trying time. Our leader's been warning us of undead becoming more powerful and trying to send us out to protect the people as much as possible.
Yeah, but the undead don't seem to show up until you do.
Our leader's been given blessing of vision. He's told...
Which leader are we talking about?
Jakarn, our high leader.
Not the Star Child.
The Star Child's an advisor to Jakarn.
See, now we were under the impression that the Star Child was your grand leader.
No. Jakarn is to be a leader of the Church of Pelor. You need to be of the Church of Pelor. The Star Child, he's something else. A prophet.
Yes, he is.
Perhaps.
Definitely something else.
It was when I was in my 4th year that the Star Child came to Suncloud.
So is Star Child still one person or two persons?
One person.
Wait a second. The Star Child has been there for 4 years?
Oh, no. He's been there for over 20 years.
I'm sorry, what?
We might have the wrong Star Child.
Yeah, an obnoxious gentleman named Dick.
No.
What does the Star Child look like?
Draw me a picture.
Well, he's a younger man. He's now, he's been there for a good long time. He's in his probably his late 20s now. His brown hair. He was a bit of my understanding, squeaky child when he arrived, but with knowledge of beyond this world.
Is his name Marty?
Yes, but he's been known as the Star Child.
For 20 years?
Yes.
Could you excuse us for just one moment? Could we do a sidebar? Sidebar? All right. 20 years? What the crap is going on?
Yeah, awesome. I think we should get some drinks. I bet that place over there would have some good snacks.
Okay. I appreciate your dedication to your craft, but Marty was not 20-something.
He didn't seem that old to me.
We cannot that means we were in Windhold for 20 years.
Or he got older faster.
How? This person says he's been with them for 20 years.
Would you guys like a hint from the DM?
Who said that?
My God.
Exactly.
There was a 14-page journal that you all were given and didn't read.
I have that journal. I'm not gonna try to find it.
I did not have it in my possession.
It's in your bag of holding.
Let's take a look at that journal.
I feel suddenly guided by an
And there was a voice from the sky.
You hear Dawn's voice actually, and as you all are talking, trying to figure this out, you hear Dawn's voice in your head, Gragnold. You're like, that journal you read, the Star Child was mentioned in it a few times, and his name being Marty. I think it even mentioned that other man Dick you all keep talking about.
I don't talk about him that much.
Well,
to be fair. He didn't leave that big of an impression on me, John.
We don't really talk about him that much.
I'm sorry. I feel a little bit awkward now. Don, since you read it and I can't read it, will you tell me what it said?
It said that the man whose journal you found, that he met with the Star Child before leaving for that peninsula, for the jungles.
Dawn, I'm having trouble hearing you. I don't know if it's on our side or yours.
Probably mine.
Maybe there you are.
I probably need to bring the microphone closer to my face.
There you are.
Ah.
So, what do you say, Dawn?
The man who wrote the journal, he said that he met with the Star Child before leaving on his voyage for the jungles that you were at.
Before the jungles. Was it Dick and Marty with us in the jungle?
Yeah, they were.
Dawn, I'm sorry. I'm not sure I understand. This person who wrote the journal met Dick and Marty before Dick and Marty were with us.
The mention of Dick is in passing, saying that the star. I'll just tell you. So you got. All right, this is going to be the last time I'm going to summarize when I give you an info dump. All right.
Challenge. Where did
it was mentioned.
Is this the journal from
the beach.
From the beach.
Holy
this is the journal
crap.
from a long while ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow, hold on. Let's see.
Which I wrote around last Christmas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe why I don't remember.
Yeah, a year ago.
It's pretty in character for all of us.
Yeah.
To be fair.
All right. Hold on a second. Let me.
We did make a hard shift from 90s rock music to the Beatles. So here, say it's a lateral shift.
I could have sworn I had the journals.
This is the hard part about being analog, guys. Old school.
Nope, that's not it. Where did I put it?
We all look for our journal.
Yeah, I'm looking for my journal right now.
I have it. The Journal of Braxius Sigwerin, Cleric of Pelor.
Want me to read it?
We could.
I could read it. We have the journal. I'll read it.
Our producer's offering to read this, so.
It's pretty long.
It is. It's 14 or 13 pages.
Good God.
That may be a bit much for.
Can you, not right now, Megan, but can you send us the journal again?
I just copied the link. I'll put it in the Google chat.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Wow.
Did we mention we have a panel on how to talk to problem players who don't read things and then just quote Beatles songs all day?
We will specifically talk about that issue.
Okay,
Talk about that.
The 17th day of the 3rd of winter, 1611. You all know that the year right now is 1612. It is, I believe, I have to look at the calendar, but it's it's like the 28th of the 3rd of spring right now of 1612. Jas has departed. I hope the Pelor's light shines on him as always, and for our paths to cross again. My state dinner was most interesting. I did not get to speak with the High Exalted beyond our formal greeting. I did, however, spend much of my time talking with a Star Child, or as I have come to know him, Marty. His story is beyond belief. He told me that he has been traveling amongst the stars with his grandfather, a drunkard named Dick, when they encountered trouble. He laughed, stating that he's not even sure what the nature of the trouble was, and that trying to explain it in his early days was what led to his title of the Star Child. He does not seem to like the name much. He noted that he was in his life, well, perhaps the best sorry. He noted that he was, well, in his words, perhaps the best word of use, he was grievously injured. He heard his grandfather cursing and yelling, and the next thing he remembered, he was here. Clerics of Pelor healed him, and he has had a place in our church since. He works closely with Jakarn to help him stamp out evil. His methods are thorough, to say the least. I never knew that service of Pelor could involve so much death and destruction.
But so he's talking about. So this was written a year before we found.
Months.
Months before we found the journal.
Mm-hmm.
But he's talking about this being from a long time ago.
No. This is this guy's daily journal.
So this was just the entry where he's talking about
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah,
Star
it's on
Child.
the 4th page of the journal. Yeah.
Um,
And I'm gonna break my rule and jump over to chat really quickly. And I'll let the chat have a look at it too. Because why not? It's a handout.
Huh.
Oh, whoops, no, okay, it's fine. I sent the
it won't
PDF.
let me open the journal post.
Yeah,
To fiddle with the
none of us
sharing.
can open it.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, hold on.
Which is why we didn't read it.
It's a PDF. I don't know. Why is it doing
It's
that?
probably the sharing rules.
Yeah, it's just the way it's shared.
Oh, okay, hold on. Share. There we go.
Okay, so we know that the Star Child has been with Paylor,
Okay. Yep.
Paylor Church for years and years and years, way before we met it.
I think it's a temporal anomaly.
Or
Time travel. I just did that thing they do in all the movies. Big word, and then they say what it really is afterwards. It's my big pet peeve in sci-fi, but I wanted to do it.
You wanted to do it here.
Time travel.
So either
There it is.
Either we
Oh, this
met.
is cool.
Did you not see it before?
No, I've never seen this before. I mean, because the share settings were weird.
Mm-hmm. I should sent you guys. No, and Raph, we do have on video you reading it.
Yep.
That's the downside of the internet.
You know, if you want to start citing facts, and
I mean, you can jump to all the facts that I always screw up everybody's voice, and I don't have voice consistency in characters, so...
Humility is really important when talking to problem players. Yes, the facts of life.
All right. So, as far as I can tell, there's when we met Marty, he was a kid, sort of.
Well, sort
He was
of.
effectively a kid. In Dick's body.
I think that was true.
Mm-hmm.
But this is saying he's been with the church. The journal's not saying that. The journal's saying he just joined the church.
The journal's saying he's been with the church for a while. He's an adult. They call him the Star Child, but during the writing, he was an adult.
Okay.
so time moves one direction, but now it's looping. I mean, I really hate to go this route, given just out of character. I hate to go this route, given what I am a fan of, but it's a bit wibbly.
It's
a bit wibbly.
Timey-wimey.
I get that.
What about the possibility that, like, the body that we saw is actually Marty?
Okay, we've got more questions than we have answered.
Is
Generate
like a
speculation.
personality,
We need to find Marty.
like an internal. The person that we saw is actually Marty. It wasn't.
No, we need.
Dick at all.
We're not going to get answers here, gang.
Okay.
Let's go back to the Pelorian.
What we've decided is that we don't know anything, and we're very confused.
So I have to learn how to read.
I do too.
We've all consented that Gragnold has to learn how to read.
Okay. Do you need me to teach you how to read?
No, we've got a sword for that. No, instead,
okay.
No question to go with this.
Right.
Instead, what we need to know is you're getting these visions to go and show up to specific places.
No.
And-
No, I don't get the visions.
The churches.
Yes,
And says,
Jakarta
"Go to a
are
specific
high
place."
exalted.
And undead are going to strike there.
Yes, he spends a lot of time in meditation and prayer, consulting with Pelor to protect the lands.
Do they say in the visions where the undead are coming from?
As far as I know, no, but he We report back those of us who are out trying to protect the lands report back every now and then, and just try to see what's what and find out where we're needed. Most of the time it's just sort of aimless wandering to help where we can, and then when we're told that we're needed somewhere specific, we go there.
Can I roll an insight check just to see whether or not this guy is lying about it?
Sure.
I don't think he is, but 16.
Hey, he seems pretty forthright in what he's saying. He doesn't seem to be holding anything back.
I think this guy is a rube, and I don't think he knows anything.
I know many things. What is it that you're wanting to know?
You're supposed to also talk quietly.
Oh.
So
Remember to put your hand on the right side of your mouth.
What are you guys doing?
Father Torsion.
Just torsion. It's fine.
Torsion.
I think torsion's an uncomfortable thing that happens.
Why did you exactly? So Father Torsion.
Please, I'm not I'm a cleric. It's
Okay, excuse me, Cleric Torsion.
just son is fine. Most people just call me son.
Son?
Mm-hmm.
That's a little on the nose for a Pelorian, isn't it?
It is, but it's...
Okay, well then we're just gonna go Torsion. All right, so for Cleric Torsion,
Yeah.
where can we find the Star Child?
Oh, he's in Suncloud. He's serving on the council.
How far away is that?
Far.
Bugs around here.
There's one
Okay,
probably around
There's
well,
a lot of bugs
alright.
around in the summer.
So you know what? Let's find the zombies. Let's deal with what we got to deal with in the mountains. We got to find the Star Child because this is gonna bug me.
Yeah, I
How has
agree.
he been here for 20 years when he just left our party? What, 6 months ago?
Not even. No, you guys have been, and we'll take a break here in just a moment too to where's
Chat
the
with chat.
calendar? Yep.
This egg out of my beard, so it probably should take.
It's gonna get roasted.
Yeah.
You're
Okay,
gonna have a
so
scrambled beard.
you guys, Acid Cow. This is zombies.
Oh, that's right, Acid Cow.
Yes. All right. It's the 29th of the 3rd of spring right now.
I feel like Acid Cow could be like a metal song.
That totally could be a metal song. You guys left more river travel. The 29th of the 2nd of spring was when you left the jungle.
So we've been a month.
Yep.
Freaking Marty left us a month ago, but he's been with the Pelorian Church for 20 years.
Dick left you guys he left you earlier that month. So he left you on the 2nd of that
Okay,
month.
so less than 2 months. Less than
Yep.
2 months is the point.
Mhm.
What if Marty was just a figment of Dick's imagination? Because the real Marty had left so long ago.
I wouldn't put that out of the realm of possibilities, but we need to find out.
Why can we see it?
Because he's magic. Because he can do magic.
Well, either way, so we got zombies to figure out.
Zombies.
What's going on with Palor?
Some Palor stuff.
Mm-hmm. And Jakarta or whatever his name is.
Head to Jakarta.
Yeah, we find Jakarta, and we find the freaking Marty because we have to find out answers for this.
I think that was this one.
We need to reemphasize that.
Zombies, Palor, Marty.
Oh, yeah, thanks. That was
Those are the
perfect.
three.
Jakarta.
Somewhere in there, we're probably going to reference things from another dimension, and we're probably going to drink too much.
Uh-huh.
That seems like the ghost.
So these are our the Ghostfang Clan. Did we ever come up with this?
We never did.
I don't know. I missed the Moonfang.
Oh.
I think he's kind of looks at you all straight.
I don't know. Just maybe we could.
I mean, is there anything else that you wish to know about, or?
No, I think if there's not, let's stay the night. Let's look out for the zombies.
Hopefully
We want to make sure none come back.
Right.
I'm going to. My plan was
And
to
then
stay here
we'll
for a
move
couple
on.
more days to make sure that that's what happens as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds.
Been
Tor-
blessing as
Torsten,
many
what do you
areas
think,
as I can.
When are you headed back to the main
Cloud City.
Cloud City?
Yeah.
SunCloud? Not for some time.
That
I've been wandering now for about 8 months. I am on this particular mission. I know there's there's many of my brethren around in the mountains wandering, trying to cleanse the lands to make.
How do you get your communications from SunCloud?
There's a spell that I have. I cast it at least every 2 or 3 days to check in and see if there's anywhere that I'm needed to go. Tell them where I'm at, what I'm doing.
Yeah, at some point we should go visit.
It's a beautiful
Seems
city.
like a nice place to visit.
I think cleansing the land is a little bit strong.
Oh,
Yeah, do you mind if we give you some pointers?
Yeah, just some some selling points
It's a-
really on your shtick.
It's a little evil sounding.
Yeah, it's just
Immeral's really good at selling stuff.
very good.
look, all I want to do is is to protect people.
No, go with
Yeah.
that. Go an
Protection.
emotional
That's
appeal
the
like
question.
that. That's
Start-
exactly where you want to go with
Who
this.
you're helping.
Do
Okay.
you have any pictures of people you've helped before?
Testimonials.
No. He kind of looks over to these other, and you see down the hill. There's these 2 guys sitting by a little campfire. He's like, have either of you drawn any pictures of the people we've saved? They kind of look up at him. You see, one's a half orc. The other one seems to be human. These are the 2 sellswords that were with him.
Mm.
No. Are either of you an artist?
Well, have you met the great Lord Baeridin, who is an amazing artist?
Can you draw a picture of any of the people in the town?
He can draw.
Boy, can I!
His artwork has been found in the best art galleries within the region. He is becoming world famous.
One day at a time.
Town after town, Lord Baeridin's art will grow in popularity.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, that could really help us spread the word of Pelor and to protect other people from the undead. That I have some parchment if you need it. I don't have really any. I have just some black ink.
That seems
I can work with that.
totally reasonable.
He would, and just it's a bit. I have to tell you, it's not for the uninitiated. You consider yourself an appreciator of art, correct?
No.
Oh, then this may be over your head.
Okay.
This is a bit avant-garde.
We're gonna fight.
Well, many have over the quality of Lord Baeridin's paintings.
All right. Let me see. And he hands some parchment over. And with that, we'll take a quick break for buddies and interacting with the chat. Hi, chat. How's everybody tonight?
Oh no!
Oh, wow.
Oh no!
Oh.
More art. Chat demands.
You guys know that I'm not good at art, right?
But you're not Lord Baeridin.
No,
You need me to get
this
you
was
another
my
piece of
previous.
Yes, which actually we are going to be doing a giveaway for that art.
paper. I forgot about that.
I think here's how I would like that to go. And let me know if you guys are okay with this. We'll do a tweet at Clinical Role and give your artist's critique and expression of Lord Baeridin's artwork and the best critique, as judged by everybody who plays here, including our producer, will win the art.
Oh,
So that is at Clinical Role. Tweet your critique and expression of Lord Baeridin's artwork, and you could own this priceless piece of work.
I think we might need to tweet out a picture of it.
Casual nerdiness. I like the Lord Baeridin macaroni original.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, I guess.
Well, it will definitely be signed.
Mm-hmm. Which is also my critique.
I will sign it to the person who wins. All right, a personal.
Yeah, no, you get a dedication.
A dedication.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
Could it be a bad poem? So at Clinical Role, tweet at that handle and your appreciation of Lord Baeridin's artwork.
To Little E, Big B. Boy, that's a popular one today.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, do you know how long I've been waiting for you to read that freaking journal?
This campaign was actually like way shorter. We were just supposed to read the journal.
Well, I'm gonna own up to something here. Despite the fact that I have been keeping notes of every session we played, I somehow forgot to put in the fact that we got a journal.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna own up to that one. I'm looking at my notes from January, from last December. I've got the names of the princes who hired us. I've got the names of the princes who didn't hire us. I had the instructions in here to get receipts. I know for a fact that we met Tom in Kurgan Village.
Yep.
And we got that coral dragon amulet. That was fun. And Zizou.
Yes.
We were drinking Zizou.
Yes.
Oh, Nana Zale. I forgot about her. Yeah. No, that's 2 zombie sharks. That was fun.
Yeah, it was right after the zombie sharks that you guys found the camp and found the journal.
That was when everything was sort of like Japanese food named, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. And right here, now I have put it into that right thing on. This was February 4th.
Yes.
You found that journal almost 10 months ago.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, did I play in that game?
I don't have the roster of who was there, but
Yeah,
it
I
was
think you were there, I think.
That was right around the time I was getting married.
Zombie shark,
Yeah.
Zombie shark.
So I'm gonna have something to read later. Because now I did in fact get DM shamed. That the chat was absolutely correct, and she was right to do so.
Shame. How to talk to problem players.
Yes.
No, we're going to talk about that at the panel this weekend.
Yeah.
Shame is an appropriate thing at times.
Well, it's one of those things of there were plot hooks in there and things. I was like, because when I was planning, I was like, oh, they're maybe gonna want to go to SunCloud right away.
Yes, casual nerdiness. Okay, so casual nerdiness. Let me tell you the secret of grad school. You will never do all the work they give you. You will never finish all the reading they give you.
No.
You can't do all the reading they give you. You cannot.
They don't do Cliff's Notes anymore either.
No,
Nope.
Especially not on the books we have to read.
Or you can't watch the movie
Yeah. That doesn't work either.
and then write your paper about the movie that they made instead of reading the
Right.
book. That was super helpful in like 6th through 8th grade.
Right. The problem is the movies that are done about mental health are generally awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Your casual nerdiness, yes, it's 14 pages now that I know it exists again. Read it. Let casual nerdiness. Let me.
And Dr. B, what's even funny though is when you guys found the journal, that was the entry you read out loud.
No, I'm gonna let the chat in on a little secret. Every one of the players knows. I have to have somebody telling me what to do because I will and have walked into walls because something shiny occurred. All right. I have forgotten names of people I have known for forever, and it's just embarrassing how I have to joke about the fact that the squirrels are strong with me because they are so strong. I have forgotten my own shoes.
Well, didn't you tell me you would leave yourself oranges and forget you did so?
Oh, that's a fun trick. See, yeah. So I knew that. So back when I worked at the prison that I worked at,
and I'm going to let him tell the story while I go pee.
I would always get an extra orange from the commissary and put it in my jacket pocket because I knew past me would take care of present me because present me would forget what past me did. And every day this occurred, I would put on my pea coat and there would be a lump in it and I'd pat it down and there would be an orange. And every day I would be like, oh my God, I have an orange. Thanks, past me.
This is so great.
It's only works if you like are doing that for every day. If it was like the end of this jacket season and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna give myself a jacket in 6 months. Give myself an orange in 6 months.
It's oh God. But well, jacket season's 9 months out of the year in Seattle, so it works. But
I guess that's true.
But oh my God, no, this is I really wish that I was joking, gang. I really do. Yeah, you want an orange. Yeah. King of BS forgets all about it. Oh, I leave gifts, I leave gifts for future me. Like I had a wad of cash I left in a drawer that I knew I would check right before I went to PAX West. And there was a little handwritten note that said, PAX West spending money, signed, past you.
Wow.
It was great because I opened this drawer getting ready for PAX West and there was my spending money and I actually exclaimed, whoa, thanks, past me.
That is amazing.
I have to have a sense of humor about my memory and my attention because otherwise, oh, it's bad.
Son of a says you can leave cash for future them too.
I will forget you said that. I wish I was joking.
Oh my God.
Oh,
all right.
Yes. Fourth dimensional self-care brought to you by your friendly Time Lord Doctor.
All right. Well, on that note, should we jump back into things?
I'm kind of embarrassed to now.
I have no future to get ready for.
Oh my goodness. Oh, the art that is happening. The art that is happening is beyond reproach. It is an expressionist vomit.
That's a good thing.
Mixed with Dadaist sensibilities.
Excellent.
So I drew a paler guy. You can see there's some zombies.
Yep.
There's some zombies here, and the zombies have like a shadow because the paler guy's so bright. And when you can see this guy, he's like covered his face. He's like, oh, it's so bright. And this guy, he didn't get there in time. So he's all, oh, I'm a zombie. And then this guy, this is a house up on the hill because he's, defending the house.
That's amazing.
Look at the depth of field.
The depth of field, the perspective.
Nice perspective. Wait, hold on. I have a question because you have clearly been influenced by other artists like Lord Ratherdashing, and is there any majesty anywhere in there?
This you can see. This has some majesty. This is the sun symbol.
Such majesty.
It's very.
I don't know if you would know majesty if it hit you in the face.
If you hit me in the face with that, I think I would. I think I'd.
Any Kurosawa shading?
I didn't put any consummate V's in this one. But
Oh, it needs more consummate V's.
probably need some consummate.
Consummate
V's.
V's.
Consummate. Consummate.
It's a homestarrunner.com.
Yeah.
Yes, all it needs is some Scotch tape and dollar bills. Thank you, Tiger Planet. Thank you.
All right, guys. On that note, let's jump back into the game if everybody's good on their bio breaks. All right. Chat will be back at the very end to say goodnight when we are done. So
He does have a beefy arm. You can see he's like, all right.
oh, it is beefy. So as you share that picture with Torsten, he's like,
The password.
That's
That's
really
true.
good. Wow. All right. So I show this and I tell people they should swear fidelity to Pelor so that he can protect them.
Well, hold on.
Whoa,
Language is a
what
little
the-
still harsh there. I mean, you're basically giving an ultimatum. Here's the thing. You want to work with this because Pelor is warm, correct? Like the sun.
Yes.
There's growth that happens from the sun.
Right.
So you need to take that growth, warm mindset in your pitch.
So picture this.
Uh-huh.
Imagine I'm standing in a dark place and I'm
Right.
looking, but it's so dark.
So dark.
So dark.
So
I can't
dark.
see.
Mhm.
What? Who's going to help you see?
Who will help me see?
Mm-hmm.
Bam!
Right,
Praise be
right.
Pelor.
I mean, well, from what Jakarn has said, is the shadows falling over all the land, and if we don't get people to follow the light and to cleanse the darkness from the lands, then
No, see again that harsh warlike language.
right. But it's we're talking like he's predicting end times.
End times. No, but people have been predicting end times as long as time.
It's always the end time.
It was the end
People
times.
here
See
are
all the
all-
zombies I had to turn there.
Sure.
We had
But-
zombies last month.
But it's always the end time.
Right.
Everyone hears that.
In fact, I think there might be certain religions that say time ends every moment and is reborn.
But who pays attention to those religions?
I don't know. They stopped existing 3 seconds ago.
Right. Protect people. Okay. I think I've.
Redemption, warmth, growth, and redemption. That's your angle.
People don't remember what you say to them. They remember how you make them feel.
Right. Emerald, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I think we might be teaching the bad guys how to better convert.
Just a 13 this time. Thank God for advantage.
Yeah. He said, kind of nods. He's like, I'll remember this. So,
You should. And advertising materials. You need that.
Ooh, you need some flyers. You do need some flyers.
That's way the pieces of paper can get there before you.
thank you.
What?
I've got a lot to think about. All right.
Do I know any knowledge
This has
gods?
been helpful.
Make a religion check.
Let's see here. That's a 10.
You know there are knowledge gods. Like, you did not pay much attention in the religious studies.
Yeah, shocked.
So no, you can't think of any off. You know they exist.
I'm going to totally. I'm punting on this one. That this bit of information was brought to you by Errata, the goddess of knowledge.
I like errata a lot. Oh,
He just kind of looks at you like,
Cleric of Paler, I think he probably knows the gods a lot better than you.
Some say she was a mistake, but we know better.
They went in and changed it later.
he leans over towards Gragnold and is like, your friend really needs to learn his gods. Right. Well, thank you. Look, I'm gonna keep an eye on this little area here to make sure no more undead bother them. Hopefully it'll be quiet, but if you wish to travel with me, I'm heading deeper into the farmlands after. We can
Tired to spend any more time.
Well, hold on, one
I am
second.
really fed up with all of you.
Well, hold on. Let's talk for a moment.
Stupid.
We're just going to take my companion here, and we're going to go talk for a moment.
I don't like him.
Listen, I know you don't like them, but this may be a helpful thing to stick with for a little
He had
bit.
a pretty useful doodad.
Yes, I know he had a very useful doodad.
All things being equal.
Right, and he might be able to help us find out where these zombies are coming from. So let's be friends with him.
What if he's evil?
Well, then we'll kill him.
All right, that's fair. Done. Do it.
Wait, is he headed the same direction that we are?
No. No, he's heading south, you guys are heading north.
Because we still wanted to head up into the mountain.
Yeah, that's true. We did. Okay. It's
backwards. It's two-sided.
So, okay, well, this torsion, cleric torsion,
Yes.
yeah. Thank you for your help. I think we have decided that we are going to continue with our original mission of heading further up into the mountains, and we've got friends and family up in remote areas.
Be careful up there. There's a lot of unsavory types that make the mountains home, from what I understand.
Well, I'm sorry. What do you say? These are our friends and family, sir.
I'll show you who's unsavory.
He's just kind of looking very confused again.
Unsavory.
I'd like to think I'm a little sweet.
Don't follow, but
Well, before you all go, can I at least give the Lord's blessing upon you all?
no.
I'm all right.
Sure.
Come. And do you go forward, Immeral?
Sure. I step forward.
So he has you kneel down, and he places a hand on your head and starts saying a prayer to Pelor, and he pulls out, like, he dips his finger into some, like, yellowish kind of ink looking, and he starts kind of sketching a sun on the back of your hand. And you notice the sun, but you also notice he starts doing some, like, intricate runes on the inside of the sun. And the blessing seems to be fairly, like, just...
Does it feel tingly?
I think you're getting a cootie shot.
He's basically saying, like, Pelor, recognize this child as one of the blessed who follows in your light.
I didn't commit to that.
Woo, woo,
Oh.
woo.
Hold on.
I thought you wanted Pelor's
I thought
blessing.
we were just saying well wishes here.
This is the well wish. This is to make sure that you're safe.
No commitment here.
Well, okay. Does this require commitment on my part? Because I didn't agree to follow in his footsteps.
I mean, that's what Jakarn's teaching us, is the only way to stay safe from the undead is to swear fidelity to Pelor.
Oh, this is what we call a bait and switch. And while I applaud it...
Is this proof that he's evil? Can I do it?
No, don't. He's mixed up. He's not evil.
Okay.
He's been deceived himself. So
This is here.
So
Wipe it off.
back when I grew up, there was a merchant by the name of Bartering Bertrand who would do something very similar to this, and we called it the Bertrand switch.
All right. And you see that his finger's still kind of poised to keep doodling on the back of your hand.
I mean, I don't know. What are you doing to my hand now?
It's the symbol of Pelor.
Right, but what does it mean? Does it mean I swear fidelity?
That's what. Yeah, that's the protection.
Oh, for the love of crumb cake.
And Immeral, go ahead and give me a history check or a religion, your choice.
They're both just as good. And that's a 6.
No, okay.
I could give a blessing to you. Do you have any ink? You should join the Pen 15 Club.
No.
How about the ID 10T Society?
May I say a little prayer for you?
I suppose.
Blessing.
Okay.
Morning, you wake up.
I place my hands on it. Are there any pens? Do we have any ink?
Oh, I mean, Baeridin just drew something. So.
Okay. I tell him to give me the subtly extend my hand to get some ink. All right. You good? All right. It's fair. I put my hand on his forehead and I say, "The morning when you wake up," and I slide it down to his eyes. I start tapping to distract a little bit
from the wetness on your hand.
The morning when you wake up, you smile. I try and put the ink like.
All right.
Makeup, and I say a little prayer for you.
All right. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
This is like
how about a 22?
Yeah. You're able to do it and get the ink nice up, and you see the two sellswords had kind of come close, and as soon as they see this, they're both.
I say a little prayer for you. Forever and ever, you'll be in my heart, and we will always love you. Forever.
All right.
And I use the rest of the ink to write "ha" on his forehead.
The two mercenaries are just on the ground laughing. Why are they laughing? What's funny?
Because they're not used to this ritual.
I'm not either. It's very bizarre, but
I know it's bizarre, but do you want the blessings of errata upon you?
No.
Well, too late.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
All right. Well met, friends. Thank you for the advice and the drawing. Take care.
Well, it's actually a double blessing, the drawing, so.
Yeah. He kind of just starts wandering off towards the campfire, and you see that
farewell, and don't forget to keep smiling.
The half-orc kind of catches his breath, puts a hand on your shoulder, saying, "I love that artist. It's sad. Came into that service. Thank you. Oh. And they kind of stumble back down.
Before they go off.
Uh-oh.
Well, anyway, good.
All right. They walk back down. And so at this point, Matten's looking. So are we just heading towards the mountain? Are we going back to the hamlet? I'm a little confused as to what we're doing.
You want to stick in the hamlet one more night to make sure it's safe from zombies?
One more night.
Just give them one more night.
One more night. I think we could do that.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys go
I think
back.
I want to stay by this.
By the what? By the swamp?
You're going to stay by the swamp?
This is where the bodies come from.
If
no bodies in the city.
There are no bodies in the city.
That's true.
If the bodies came from the swamp, if they did create more zombies again, it stands to reason they would go back to the swamp to do so.
No bodies in the trees.
Nobody's in the trees.
Okay.
Nobody is in the trees.
Nobody's in the trees.
Let's sleep in the trees. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, no, let's go. Let's do it.
I thought nobody was on third.
What's that?
I thought
Third
nobody
base.
was on third.
That's I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Third base.
Sleep in the trees.
That's the umpire.
There are no trees.
Naturally.
Naturally.
He picks up the ball and he throws it to naturally.
All right,
He's sports
Naturally.
All right, so you guys are camping out by the swamp?
Yes.
I think
Oh.
so.
There are no trees in the swamp.
Yeah.
It's not a pleasant place to camp.
No,
Well,
no.
Where's the closest vantage point that we can
Yeah,
find
we
up?
literally just want to see into this.
Yeah.
But nobody can see us.
Um,
Or they're dropping from the sky.
make a general perception check.
I got a 1.
I got a 7.
I got a 21.
All right. Baeridin, you are super distracted by Hobbs. He's just loving to fly around and catching he's finding different wild berries and other things. Bun has been really hopping.
He's just trying to catch him.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Bun's been hopping. Bun seems to be hopping a lot better recently and really much more into numbing on the grasses and things. Gragnold, you and Maiden have started talking about the best way to brew a different types of beer and some of the herbs that you're looking for, specifically some of like the mushrooms and things that grow high in the mountains you haven't been able to find. So you're also pretty distracted. Immeral, you're on focus with this, and you find so the swamp's about a quarter of a mile away from the hamlet, and about 500 or so feet, there's another hill that goes up that would overlook the swamp, and you'd have a fairly decent view of the hamlet, at least while it's light. Once it gets dark, it'd be pretty hard to see.
Okay, well, then let's post up in those trees.
No
And
trees.
I make sure to tell these two.
There's no trees.
Wait, 500 feet away?
It's a swamp.
Oh, it's still the swamp.
So
okay.
are we going to climb in the tree?
You guys are in plains. Rolling
No, the
hills, farmlands. There's no trees around. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Either
So
bushes.
we're going to find the biggest tree and we're going to climb
So
that.
we're gonna find a vantage point 500 feet from there, and
I shoot the gazebo. Does it do anything? All
What's
right.
a gaze bow?
So you guys set up on this hill. There are some bushes and things, so like you could try to hide yourselves from view.
Okay. So we'll do that.
The nighttime insects get very loud out in the farmland.
Woo. Man.
What?
1 second.
Sorry, adjusting that. All right. Mattins offers to. I can take the first watch if you guys want. Or what watch do you want me to take?
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
You can take second watch.
Okay.
I'll sleep through the night.
Okay. Good. I think that's a good idea, Chief.
I'll take third watch.
All right.
Gragnold, do you want a bedtime story?
Yes. Please.
Long ago, there was a... Oh, he's already asleep.
All right, Emerald, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Ooh, not so good. 10.
10. During your watch, you hear just a lot. There's a lot of crickets and a few different bird calls and things, but no zombies. Nothing really seems to catch your eye.
God bless you.
Excuse me. Sorry.
God bless you again. Crickets.
The blessings of Palor be upon you.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Blessings of Arana.
The blessings of Errata.
Yeah, nothing really seems to happen during your watch. That comes to a close, and you wake up, Maiden. All right, and you let yourself fall into a meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Is Emerald just letting meditation take it where he wants, or is he trying to focus?
Yeah, being a little bit more open to the concept of meditating this time.
Okay.
Oof.
All right, go ahead and give me a D100 roll.
Okay. That's a 95.
95.
Do I get Excalibur now?
As you sit there meditating, you are watching fire dancing. At first you're thinking it's a campfire, but then you recognize there's natural stonework around it, and you get this feeling of like a hearth rug or something underneath you, and you can kind of feel with your hand the texture of this very nicely made rug, and just get this warm sense of security, essentially.
Okay, now I'm starting to get a little freaked out. Immeral feels secure
Yeah.
and like safe.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it.
Yeah.
It's too weird. It's too
It's too
foreign.
weird. No, it is very weird for him, but
Too weird. It's too foreign.
Yeah, it's just this, and again, you're just looking at this fire, and it's just comforting.
Okay, you know what? Because I think this is actually more in character. Megan, I'm. What kind of will save are you going to assign me, or what kind of wisdom save?
Just to see if how bad he freaks out.
Yeah, actually, to keep from like panicking.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw DC 15.
Okay. Nope.
All right.
What does panic look like for Immeral?
In Immeral's case, there's going to be he's going to start trembling. He's going to start rapidly breathing. There's going to be a lot of sweating. He's going to start muttering to himself and rocking back and forth, and rapid swallowing, dry mouth.
Maiden comes over. Are you all right? What's?
Ah!
Hey, you're acting
and
funny.
You know what? I take a swing at.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Sorry. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. That's a 25.
Yeah, that hits.
It'll be a problem to kill Maiden.
Oh.
He's sort of your guide through the mountains, yeah.
As soon as I realized what happened, I start apologizing profusely.
So you punch him right in the nose. He's just, shite! God, what? Why did you do that? And Gragnold and Baeridin, you guys would have heard that and woken up.
10 damage.
Oh!
10 damage.
Gragnold jumps up, holds up Dawn.
Oh!
Okay, so...
Still not used to that thing. Why'd the elf punch me?
Wait, what?
I'm sorry, you startled me.
You were...
Are there zombies?
No, there's not.
Is he a zombie?
No, we'll talk about it later. No, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Are you all right, Immeral?
I'll be fine. Just, I'm sorry. I'll be fine. Are you okay?
My nose hurts, but I'll be all right. And you can see his nose is just gushing blood into his beard.
Do I have a potion or something I can...
I got it.
You have a bunch of potions.
Yes, I do. No, not those potions.
It might make the problem go away.
I'll blow a spell slot and cast Cure Wounds on it.
All right, he has the Cure Wounds, and the nose stops bleeding. Right.
Go back to sleep.
Definitely
Everybody,
awake for my watch now.
No, I will take the watch.
You already watched. It's all right. I've got it. Sorry.
Well, there's a rule in the Ghostfang Clan. You know this as my advisor. where you have to explain yourself. Why'd you punch him?
I would really like to not get into that.
Oh, I know, but it's a rule of the clan.
Rule.
This is a rule of a clan you just made up.
I'm the chief.
As your advisor, I'm telling you, I don't want to get into
Advice
it.
not taken. Appreciate it. This is called truth and reconciliation. This is an open space.
No, it's not.
We have to whisper because there might be zombies.
This is not an open space.
It is now. This is a space.
You know, there's another Ghostfang Clan rule, and we don't talk about things with outsiders.
Oh, he's not in the clan.
He's not in the clan.
Yes.
I thought he was part of the clan.
He's part of the clan.
He's not part of the old
No,
clan.
this is the new clan.
Yes, but this is old clan business.
This is a Ghostfang Clan.
This is old clan business.
Moonfang
You remember the night
Moonfang Clan.
at the Oak Leaf Orphanage?
Maiden, why don't you and I go take a walk?
It's related to
Okay.
that.
Come on, we'll go pick
So-
some berries.
Yeah,
He's-
Maiden and Baeridin walk off.
This is about truth and reconciliation.
This is about me not wanting to flip out again.
I'm trying to have that be in the container of the space that we are creating together as the Moonfang Clan. Ghostfang Clan, sorry. Clan is dead. It's a long time I've been in the Moonfang Clan.
I'm not ready to talk about it, okay?
When will be a good time?
I don't know, a week from Wednesday.
I don't keep track of days.
I'll share it when it needs to be shared.
Like you punch someone for no reason? We all carry burdens. You know this better than anyone. You can let the group carry it.
Having a memory of something I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
Neither do I.
Well,
And I was interrupted because I didn't feel safe. And I freaked out, and I'm sorry.
you don't have to be sorry. You just have to be.
Are we done?
You were the one that knows that.
Just everybody go back to sleep. I'm going to take watch.
Oh, you think they're looking around for berries or something?
Okay, well, then I'll take watch.
Okay.
Guys, I found swamp berries.
Good, good. Now eat them and go to sleep. Make sure they're not poison.
Maiden,
Those
can
are
we eat
definitely poison.
We're hiding from zombies.
Guys, I found some delicious poison swamp berries.
Clearly,
Hobbs, don't eat those. Those are...
label.
Hobbs is safer with the potion than those, I'm told.
Don't eat those. Maiden says they're not good for you. Eat these instead. I hand them.
All right. And the rest of the night passes quietly. No undead. Nothing else seems to rise. The next day dawns. Spell slots regained. Hit points regained.
Build remains.
Right. Oh, so we're heading to the mountain. Where are we going now? What are we doing?
Let's head back to the hamlet to see if it's safe.
The entire hamlet is over on zombies.
You chose the wrong.
Should have picked a different spot.
Well, we can see the hamlet from where we were.
Yeah, you guys can, as the sun's coming up, you see people going about their business. You see the small form of Beth coming down the stairs. Greg's with her this time as they head back towards the garden, seemingly to weed and do things. She's picking, you do see her pick a bouquet of some flowers and bring those back into the temple. So it seems to be business as usual.
Go kill us some evil Pelorians. I mean zombies.
So I guess we're going up the mountain then.
Yeah, I guess so.
I can't help but feel like this whole thing was a bust.
The whole thing.
Well, the zombies and everything.
Well, that's why we're going to explore the mountains.
We need to figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Immeral's just hanging back. He's staying quiet. Let's go up the mountains.
So, for the sake of narration here,
Watch how fast I can go.
yeah. Oh, that's right. Do you want to share your level 7 ability?
I don't know where this came from.
Dwarves are natural sprinters.
Watch me go.
So you guys start to make your way into the mountains. At this point, Maiten's leading you guys since he's... Oh, there's no horses. Why are there horses?
They're riding bikes.
There we go. That's what. There we go.
Yeah. The coconuts. That's not what I want. I want that.
Hello.
All right. As you guys are going along through the mountains, he's starting to lead you through this kind of pathway. It's definitely not anything you'd want to take a horse on. Perhaps like a good stout mountain pony could handle it, but it's mostly just for walking. Pretty treacherous at times. Emerald, go ahead and make a history check.
I have anything in that? Nope. 9.
9. You're a bit distracted from the meditations, and I'm assuming any time you're camping, you've been focusing yourself on the silence between things and
Trying to.
Mm-hmm. So you're a bit distracted, but it's about 3 days in to. No, you're moving a lot faster now with Gragnold's new ability. So 2 days in.
Like this.
There's sort of this metallic-y smell to the air, and you come to this area where there's this water coming down from a cliffside into this pool. But you can see it's like heavily mineraled water and limed. And
Can we tell anything else about it in terms of is it significant at all?
when you see this area, Emerald, you immediately have this vision of an old man running straight up a cliff.
Oh, I know where we are.
Where are we?
Oh, we're by my old temple.
Oh. We should go in and say hi. Do they have any food?
I'm sure they have food.
Yeah, we should go in and say hi.
Beer.
Do they have any beer?
Oh, they have an entire tower for beer.
They have a tower full of beer.
Let's go inside.
I don't think you can drink that much, Greg.
Challenge accepted. Been a few days.
You would very much enjoy the gentleman who studied there.
He's made of beer.
I think we've got.
By context, that's what I assume.
We better investigate. This could be important. I'll start at the tower. You guys.
No, just follow. We go to the temple.
Maybe.
Well, it's getting ready to be at night, and Maiden's suggesting that you guys camp at this area. Don't drink the water; it's no good. But safe enough area to camp. I like.
Yeah, we used to send neophytes there as a joke.
Yeah, right.
The new people.
Oh.
That was a reference.
And,
That was a reference to Neo.
a neophyte.
Couple layers.
I didn't even pay attention.
So
It just kind of went over my head.
oh, bullet time.
So, at any
I should
rate,
change your picture.
Let's camp there.
I think we should. Hello.
No.
There's
no.
mysteries in the tower.
I don't think we're.
No, we're not there yet. We're camping.
You're
How far
camping.
away? How far away?
How
from
far
the-
away from it? Yeah.
This is about another. Immeral, it took you guys about another 2 full days at a pretty significant march to get there.
It was like a march out to this place, and they train there. And then
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
let's head there.
All right.
All right, so you guys set up camp that night. Can I have? You are not going into combat, but can you guys each roll initiative for me?
God, I hate where they put initiative on this thing. No, I know. I never. I got an 18.
I got a 15.
Got a 13.
So I go second in this combat.
All right,
You go first in the
I'm gonna
combat.
pull my swords out.
all right. So as you all, this place, like with the sound of the waterfall, is actually I need to. Hold on. I have sounds for this.
Is it waterfall sounds?
And bugs.
I do have waterfall sounds. Hold on.
Is it combat sounds?
Hopefully that starts. It just crashed. Whoa, that's really loud. Okay, sorry. Whoa, is that loud? Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry to everyone's ears. Where's the mountain pass?
Oh.
All right. That needs to be turned down, and that needs to be turned down. All right, so as you guys lay down to sleep that night,
This techno song brought to you by the Ghostfang Clan.
skipping over all that, GM, selective ignoring. Good ways to get your players back on track.
We're having a good time. Ways to get game.
All right, so Gragnold, as you're sitting, you start your watch. This place again, it's incredibly peaceful here. There's some chattering of birds and animal life around, but for the most part, just the sound of the steady water falling down. And you're sitting by a small campfire and kind of looking up towards the moon. And you don't see, but you more feel the presence of someone sitting next to you. You've done well, Chief. Now.
Ah! Yes, you're like him. You gotta let me know you're here. You can't just start talking to me. And we'll warm up. Helpful. Could have been engaged in a private activity.
I stayed back while you were doing that.
You saw? Watch is the only private time.
Yeah,
Anyway, sorry about that.
it's fine. You gotta do what you
Good
gotta
to see
do.
you.
It's not a very big clan, but it's a strong one.
I think it's perfectly sized. Thank you. Oh, sorry, you're talking about the clan. Huh.
Wow.
You were saying, sorry?
Oh, you've done well,
God.
Chief. Now, so
Really?
Crazy.
what's your plan?
Well, I am kind of shooting from the hip right now. Suppose we're just gonna pull this one out.
All D&D players have an inner 12-year-old. You're heading back up to the mountains, though.
I heard there's something going on with the Pelorians burning everything down, cleansing the earth, and all this. And I think there's something mysterious going on with them. And that night, where the Moonfang Clan became just the two of us.
You you don't physically feel this, but it's again more that sort of like internal sensation of like a hand on your gripping your shoulder for a moment. It's a hard path ahead for you. Can't tell you what I see, but it's a hard one. Keep your friends close. They're gonna keep you strong. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm gonna try my best not to say anything about how hard is a funny word. Given the tone of our conversation so far.
Fair enough.
Well, I take some guidance if you have any. Yeah.
I can't tell you what the future holds, but
Well,
do you have questions?
Yeah. We do have questions. What are the Pelorians up to? Why are they raising the dead? Why is the Star Child suddenly old? Lots of questions.
The things that are going on with those children of light is not something I've been able to see, which is concerning. Be careful around them. I don't think they're all evil, but
Well,
be careful.
Lots of evil has been done in the service of good.
Aye, that.
So, I should say in the name of good. I don't trust him, and I think there's more to the story, and I think, well, I kind of wanted to kill that guy, but my advisor said not to.
He looks over towards where Immeral is sleeping or meditating. He was right in that.
Seems super evil to me.
If one's been raised in a place that's evil and they become that way, not necessarily their fault, is it?
I suppose. But what to do?
No, a different way to be.
Well, I was trying to get the Ben 15 Club. we did have a good laugh.
Kind of chuckles.
Or a different way to be. It's kind of a sourpuss before we.
Gragnold, you are very strong. You're going to need to continue to be strong, not just here. He kind of pokes you can feel this like poking on your arm, but in here. You feel like a finger poking right by your heart.
Can you tell me what you mean by that?
You're going to find things that are going to hurt you. You're going to learn things that might make you question everything you've ever come to know.
I do that every day. So,
That's
bring it on.
That's my boy. And he kind of, his eyes get drawn into the tree line, and he nods towards one of the trees. That fungus that I used in that ale you liked so much grows at the base of that tree.
I appreciate that.
And your gaze kind of goes over to the tree to look, and you look back, and the vision's faded.
He's gone.
He's gone.
All right, a little bit more time to masturbate before everybody else leaves. Apparently, there's a thing now. I didn't know it was a thing.
Volunteering
Gragnold
for
has
watch is
become
going to
a
be
man.
very different.
Private time.
Who wants first watch? I do.
You guys go to sleep. God, look the other way, guys. Get out of here, Mom.
God. All
This
right.
stream is not appropriate for people.
We do have a content warning. It is adult content. All right. All right. Gragnold eventually. You drift off to sleep. Baeridin, as you're awakened for your watch. And again, just the peace and tranquility of this area is very nice. It's one of the things too, especially for you and Gragnold. Like, this is the first time you guys have been back in the mountains since you left, and it is just so nice. You're not as high up as you're used to being, but just being around trees and plants and sights that you're used to seeing, everything feels right again. As you're sitting during your watch, you're sitting kind of by your camp next to the waterfall, and you see coming out of the trees this silvery wolf. You could tell from where you are as it comes forward, it's female. It's just kind of
an actual wolf or like a silver image of a wolf?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
23.
It looks very solid, but then there's like, as you're looking at it thinking, oh no, it's just a wolf, there's this like faint glowing. You notice that it's actually casting light from it. And just kind of sits looking at you expectantly.
Baeridin is sitting and just sort of relaxedly hanging out. And as the wolf like comes up and sits down, he goes, "Hi."
And these eyes kind of just pierce into you. This silvery, again, almost reflectant of the moon as you're looking into them. Baeridin, the Ghostfang Clan.
Not anymore, I guess.
Technicality. You're coming into your own.
Am I?
Certainly grown up a lot over the past couple of years since you last set foot on these mountains.
I guess that's fair. Since the last time I was here, a lot's changed.
You've changed.
I suppose that's true. Not always in the ways that I wanted to.
What is it that you want?
I guess to know that my friends are safe. And maybe a little adventure too.
Those things tend to be mutually exclusive.
Well, I don't want them to be so safe that they don't have any fun. But I don't want them to be tortured and killed either.
Some things
Did you know that the rest of them were alive?
My cubs are strong.
Maybe. But he still could have told me.
It wasn't time yet. Still not quite time. The path ahead is difficult. It's going to test you. Are you ready?
I doubt it. But I'll do my best anyway.
Find the wise one. Hear her story. Then you'll be ready to go and find the rest.
How will I know when the wise one when I meet them?
You'll know.
Will I be able to save the rest of the clan? Or are they too far gone?
If they were too far gone, I wouldn't be here talking to you.
Do you always shine like that, or just on moon nights?
And she kind of stands up and just shakes all of her fur out, and you can see these little motes of light kind of coming off. I like the effect. And you see, like, as she becomes more and more transparent, and as she starts to walk back towards the woods, and then just sort of like this light silhouette of a wolf disappearing behind a tree, eventually.
Bear's just gonna mumble to himself. It suits you. And then I think he's going to sit out the rest of his shift in silence.
Right.
And just watch the waterfall.
Just very peaceful and relaxing. There's something just very... almost like the whole world is just recharging by being there. Come to Immeral.
He's getting ready. He's...
That's a meditative pose I've ever seen one.
I'm ready for peacefulness.
All right.
Baeridin wakes up Immeral and he goes, Immeral, it's your shift. If you get visited by a crazy ghost wolf, don't be scared. It's probably the wolf spirit. I'm going to go to bed now.
Or it's an old friend of yours. But if you're going to have some personal time, look around first.
Gragnold's talking in his sleep again.
Oh, yes, our coach.
Okay, fine. Just go to sleep and get mentally ready for meditating.
All right. So you start getting yourself ready. Just give me a constitution check just to see how well you're able to kind of quiet everything down and focus.
12.
Not so well. So you're like trying to sit down and focus your mind and trying to focus your mind and trying to, and you hear this voice behind you. I remember the last time we were here.
Wait, what? Who said this?
And you see this image of Master Owashi coming and sitting on the log next to you.
I reach out and I try and touch.
And your hand goes right through.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's good to see you, Immeral. Well, see.
Huh? Good to see you too. I keep poking.
Thought you might find this form amusing.
More kind of annoying.
You
I pick
see-
up a stick.
Your key seems to be aligning.
Uh-huh. Swiping the stick at his ghostly form. This is definitely not me reenacting the scene from Thor Ragnarok.
Not at all.
Throwing rocks
Get
at
away,
Master
ghost.
Owashi.
I'll be able to catch those and throw them back at you soon enough.
Right, which is why I'm throwing them now.
Immeral, coming back's not going to be as you thought.
Okay, that's nondescript.
It's not safe for you to come by the front gate.
Why?
The temple's in need of assistance. We've had to call in allies.
Which allies? There aren't any other temples.
No, the city of the Avians.
The city of the Avians?
Avian race. So the Tsuri and the Aarakocra. Emerald never would have gone there, but you do know that the bird people live.
Right.
in
No.
mountains.
I
Yeah.
get that. I was like, what? Like the Aarakocra?
Yes.
I know a few of them.
Asked for their help. And I'm glad you're coming too, as you can help us as well.
Oh, can you tell me what's going on?
Give me a perception check real quick.
That's a 21.
All right. You know your master. You know him very, very well after spending so much time with him. A look you have never seen on his face before is worry. And every line in his face right now is etched with worry.
I immediately, as soon as I realize that, I pause mid-throw, put the rock down. What aren't you telling me?
We're under siege.
The temple's under attack?
Not attack. A siege. We can't leave. We've been able to smuggle most of the students out, but it's not looking great right now.
So, and we need to bring in the Aarakocra?
They're coming. They should be here in a couple days, hopefully.
Okay, well, then what do you need me for?
We need all the help we can get. You and your companions here, I understand, are pretty experienced now.
This could be problematic, but sure, they could do more damage than they could prevent.
Oh. I can meet you all at the tops of the cliffs and bring you in the back way. 2 nights from now.
2 nights from now, done.
And here, you're gonna need a guide. And you see in his hand, this little flying squirrel comes out.
A squirrel?
And he sets it down on the ground, and it runs up onto your shoulder.
I poke it.
It's very solid. And it nips at you. And to be nice, he's a good little guy.
Okay. Well, interesting.
He can guide you to the back way.
What's his name?
Pebble.
What's his name?
Pebble.
Pebble? Okay.
I liked the
Pebble
irony.
Pebble the flying squirrel. Huh.
Follow him.
Okay.
He can lead you to the back way.
I thought you were going to lead me to the back way.
I can't have all of my attention on you. It's needed elsewhere. Immeral. It's good to see
Okay,
you.
well, Pebble is going to lead us. Pebble, really?
And as he's saying this, it's good to see you.
Well, it's good. And then I throw another rock. It's good to see you too.
And you see he just kind of chuckles slightly as the image fades. And you still have a little squirrel kind of sitting now at the back of your collar, kind of like not wanting to be poked.
Immeral has a pet squirrel named Pebbles. I'm gonna call him Rocky. Well, hey there, Rocky.
You give him a little hat.
Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
You guys both have it.
And they both fly.
You're like a tortoise or something.
All right.
Okay. You like carry around.
Can we give Gragnold an alligator snapping turtle?
We'll have to see.
It could like really hate him. So he like, reaches over to pet it or like tries to bite him. And he
Yeah. Oh. Little puddings.
I was going to get real political for a moment and name it Mitch.
Oh god.
No politics on stream.
No politics on stream. All right, you guys. The next morning, wake up. And Maiden getting ready. Right. So if we keep following the path, that will bring us right up to the front gate of the temple there, and we can rest
hold on.
there.
No. We don't want to go the front gate.
Huh?
Harvest that mushrooms.
Well, we first of all we've got to harvest the mushrooms.
Ghost wolf.
And also Ghost Wolf.
What?
Ghost Wolf.
What's happened? I'm really confused. Mushrooms and a ghost wolf and a bat. What?
There was private time. People were watching. Didn't say they were watching.
But we won't worry about that. But
there's a rule now officially in the Ghostfang Clan. If anyone is.
Are you
having
drunk with power?
Private time.
You make a lot of rules, Gragnold.
All my rules are important.
So, at any rate, we can't go through the front door.
Why?
It's just not safe, okay? Just trust me.
Structural integrity.
Structural integrity. There we go. It's
Gragnold, you would tug that door, the whole thing would come down.
the whole thing.
Just very strong. That's what that is.
It would come tumbling down. So there is an alternate route we need to take. And oh my goodness, where did this squirrel come
Get
from?
him!
No,
Squirrel!
no.
We
This
need
is-
allies.
This is Pebbles. Pebbles. Say hi to Gragnold and Baeridin.
Real quick, what languages do you guys speak?
I speak. Where is my languages on this? Common, Druidic, Dwarvish, and Gnomish, and I also can speak to small beasts.
All right.
Common Dwarvish, and I can speak to small beasts as a ritual.
Where the description? Where's language? Oh, look at that. Common and Elvish.
All right. One of the things you guys do notice is it's chattering, but it's not chattering like a squirrel normally does. It seems to be kind of using a lot of like consonants and kind of harsh little.
Do I understand him? Is he speaking squirrel?
No, he's not speaking squirrel.
Yeah.
Well,
you're an odd one.
What do you mean he's an odd one?
He's not speaking in squirrel.
Pebbles, say hi.
And then you hear it go.
Bless
And
you.
then it also a quick little chirrup of hello for Baeridin.
I'm sorry, what?
Baeridin would hear that. So what you would just hear is, but Baeridin, you do hear him say hello, essentially.
There we go. Hi. Are you named Pebbles?
That's what my master calls me. He taught me my
Oh.
other language.
Is that this guy?
No. I'm to guide you guys
Oh,
to the back way through the woods. Are you ready? Should we go?
Pebbles is a guide.
Pebbles is a guide.
Okay.
Aren't you, Pebbles? You're so adorable.
I like the scritches. I like
Oh,
the
he says he
scritches.
likes the scritches.
Oh, he likes the scritches.
I
Okay.
like the scritches.
You guys can give me 10 minutes. I can talk about it.
Well, come on. Should we get going?
No,
Putting my,
Pebbles wants to get
putting
going.
my ritual rocks out. So
No,
I
Pebbles
can
wants to put the
I
rocks away.
continue with the scritches.
do this the old-fashioned way.
Very happy little squirrel.
Can you talk to Pebbles? How long do I have to keep doing this?
How long should he keep scritching you, Pebbles?
I'm good for as long as he wants.
My fingers
Pebbles says forever.
fingers are getting tired.
Oh, okay. Let's go. You guys ready? Kind of spinning around.
Are we ready to go?
Sure, I got the mushrooms.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
got
you would have collected all
Cool.
of it. All
I
right.
gotta have my stuff.
And so,
Peyton, are you ready?
sure.
We're gonna follow a squirrel to a secret entrance to a temple that's structurally unsound.
That's
Sounds about right.
the set. If you don't mind me saying, Gragnold, this new clan's a bit odd.
What?
You're a bit odd.
Following a
clan?
squirrel? It's a bit weird, isn't it?
You won with nature.
Yeah.
So,
it's just-
occasionally, you have to just sort of trust fate a little bit.
All right.
Hey,
It's
I thought it was named Pebbles.
that too.
Well, then let's get going and just see what we find.
Why aren't we dressed in this?
Because I'll explain it later.
So as you guys are walking along, you are led up the pathway that you remember taking Immeral all those years ago.
You think he's with the chipmunks?
Hold on. Pebbles. Okay, give me like a paw up and go like this. If it's a yes, go like this if it's a no. All right. Shut up. Okay. Are you with the chipmunks? Okay.
That sounds
Do you know what
something
that
a
means to
chipmunk
be with the
sympathizer
chipmunks?
would say.
Do you know about the Chipmunk War? Doesn't know about the Chipmunk War.
Gene, just a quick yes. Well, that'll be just fine.
I think there's only one way to know if Pebbles can be trusted.
No.
I think there's only one
No.
way, and that's with a potion.
Pebble. No.
I'm just saying,
No.
I don't trust this squirrel. So the potion will decide.
What? No. Pebbles is our guy. Okay, Pebbles was given to me by a ghostly vision of my former teacher.
No, that sounds reasonable.
All right.
Let's go.
Yep, that's all I needed.
Yeah. I needed some sort of explanation.
Okay, Pebbles, take us to the top.
So you guys are
Good.
led up through. So after about an hour or so, you're led off the path and start having to make your way through the woods. Maitland becomes extraordinarily helpful at this point. He's very good at finding like the clearest pathway through the underbrush. And you see Pebbles is pretty good also at staying like just in your sight on the trees. And anytime he sees you guys kind of looking around for him, he'll call out. You'll first off hear that strange kind of squirrelish guttering, and then in Squirrel Baeridin hear him say, "This way, this way." Towards the
I think it's a speech impediment.
you guys camp out in the woods. No fire that night. Fairly quiet night. One one thing that you all would have started to realize was that the woods are a lot more quiet than they should be. You know that it would be quiet because you all are passing through, but just anyway, you're not seeing signs of game. You're not seeing signs that you would be expecting of life in this area.
Guess we gotta eat the rabbit.
At one point,
Wait, not eating Bun Bun.
you guys do come across this is early into the second day, and this is a time when Pebbles told you guys that you guys need to be very quiet as you're going along. And
So we're creeping through the woods with a small rodent who's telling us to be very, very quiet.
Yes, you do.
I'm hunting rabbits.
But one of the things you guys see is, and Maiten's actually the first to spot these, and he's just like, oh, freaking idiots. And you see a series of different types of snare traps set up, very poorly. Go ahead and make survival checks for me.
12.
11.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah. Gragnold, as soon as these are pointed out to you, one of the things you notice is these types of traps don't kill. They tend to maim and cripple. And like Maiten, as soon as he's seeing them, he's undoing them everywhere he goes. And you do see like some more traditional like claw bear traps. And you come to one that had been sprung, and there was still like a bit of rotted leg of what looks like a deer in it. And you see a lot of torn up earth and things around it, looking as though whatever was in there was trapped, and other animals of prey came and fed on it while it couldn't escape.
It's a circle of life.
This is not the way it's supposed to be, though.
Can we tell where these traps come from? Is there like a particular style of trap that this is? Any peoples who make traps like this?
This would be just a straight intelligence check.
I'm trying to just fish my natural 20 and get my natural 20 is just like
as much as you can out
As much
of
as
it.
you can. I mean, you would say like traps like this typically are not set by people that, how do I put this? You have seen traps like this, but it's set more by those that don't tend to live in nature as much.
yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for.
City dwellers.
My intelligence
Yeah.
check is a 7.
7, yeah. Where exactly, like what style? Not they like no, but the way the Moonfang Clan taught you guys to set out traps and things was always that to set a trap, if it was going to, it needed to kill and kill quick. And then you always checked your traps continuously. These look like they haven't been checked in a while either.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Wow.
I relay that to the group.
What idiot sets traps like this?
Let's find out.
Immeral, have we taught you how to set traps yet?
No.
Gragnold, put it on the list.
All right. I just
Why
read
do I just like
Just-
Gragnold's
just-
list looks a lot like Charlie's conspiracy board from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
No, it's like my 5-year-old's writing. My 5-year-old will go, look, I did squigglies for writing.
kind of like that.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, as he's making notes, I'm actually trying to speak to Pebbles. Like full on like squeakity squeak and
And
squeak and squeak.
And one thing you do, and Pebbles keeps kind of trying to communicate in sort of this weird, like, hacking, consonant-y sounding language. Give me an intelligence check.
15.
That was the DC. At one point, one of the ways Pebbles is speaking, it catches your ear slightly, and you're like, Draconic?
Huh. Hey gang.
I think Pebbles might be speaking Draconic.
Oh. I don't speak Draconic.
Neither do I.
Pebbles, where'd you learn Draconic?
Master taught me.
Yeah. Is your master a dragon?
No.
Okay. He says his master's not a dragon.
I know who his master is.
Oh, okay.
They're the same one.
So you guys continue up.
You know who?
You're climbing up this very steep face. It's it's seemingly like a sheer cliff on all sides, and if Pebbles wasn't leading you guys, there is no way any of you would have been able to find this track.
Okay.
It is pretty difficult at times, and actually, everybody, go ahead and just give me some athletics checks to see how well you climb.
Ooh.
Not acrobatics.
Nope, this is strength.
Not balance.
Nope.
I'm trying to decide if I would shapeshift into something.
Modified 20.
All right.
That's adorable. 22.
18.
All right.
I have a -1.
Mayton got a 15, and so that's high enough. You guys are able to scramble up to the top, but getting up there, you're all pretty winded. Once you're up, you're in this area. You can see some bushes, and you see before you a cliff face going straight down. And below you, so you're standing basically like on a cliff face. It's about like yay thick.
Who built this cliff face?
How far down is this cliff face?
It's about 300 feet down to the ground.
That is a mighty cliff.
And as you're looking down, Immeral, you see a view that you haven't seen in a very long time. 7 towers, but looking down onto them. And you see something that just... Well, and let me ask you this. How does Immeral feel about the temple, and how does he think of it?
It's kind of like the relative you love but annoys you.
Right.
You love them dearly, and it brings you a little bit of comfort to know that there's something familiar there, but you also kind of go, huh.
Mm-hmm.
But you know they always have your back, and you will help them no matter what.
So what you see before you, or down, not before you, below you, far, far, far below you, you could, the light is just starting to fade. You could still see the tower of the Sun Soul is still very much in light. The Tower of the Shadow is back within the recess of the caves, or the cliff, so you can't even see it.
Mm-hmm.
On the beyond the outer walls, you see campfire, 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 campfire. You know that beyond the walls of the monastery, there were several fields that were used to just grow basic crops to help feed the students. There's the rice fields below you. So up on the cliff face, there were 2 layers of rice fields. Those are still there, but better food is always grown out, and you just see these fields have been ruined with all of these armies out there.
Anger welling up, ready to, in the words of, I think it was Blur 6, how many people want to kick some ass? Or was that Stroke 9 or one of the other numbered bands from the 90s? Matchbox 20?
3 doors down.
9 Inch Nails?
Ah!
That's good.
What's going on?
As you guys are standing there, I hear, I told you it wouldn't be quite as you remembered it.
Wait, what?
And you see
How does he do that?
coming out from kind of behind a bush, you see Master Washi standing there smiling at you all. And that's where we will end the session.
Thank God you're here. Which one's the beer tower?
All right, so we'll jump back over to chat to say goodnight to everybody here. Also going to say, I set this whole thing up. I was like, okay, cool. I've got Jack and Rachel coming in. I got you guys coming in. We're gonna have a siege, and you guys are gonna help. How the hell do you run a siege? So
Sounds like a DM problem,
yes,
doesn't
it does. Well, luckily, your DM was in the army for 7 years.
I guess I would give you some insider knowledge on siege
might.
warfare.
I'm trying to see if there's any tweets going out about this, about the art critic.
Oh, you guys can still tweet about
Yes.
the art.
I'll say until we'll give it a week for that.
Okay.
So you guys have a week to give your feedback of Lord Baeridin's artwork, and we'll discuss which ones we like the best and choose a winner.
I may start blushing. Oh my.
I haven't read back through the chat yet.
Apparently I was doing finger calisthenics.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out in chat. Hopefully we're going to see a bunch of you at PAX Unplugged.
Yeah, I hope so. Is it? I know Noah's going to be there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Noah Deer's going to be there.
Sonova, are you going to be at PAX Unplugged?
I thought Sonova was going to be at PAX Unplugged.
Sonova, yeah.
Senior Larry will not be there, sadly.
He will not, no.
Larry, you're not going to be there? How are you going to pick a fight with Dr. B?
Yeah.
Without being there in person? I was hoping to put money on the fight.
I know, we need to like have a massive, like when you guys meet, like showdown music.
Yes, Marquis of Queensbury!
Sonova will be at PAX South.
Sonova will be at PAX South.
Awesome.
Yay!
That sounds great.
And we will be playing again on the, hold on, we said it was the 18th? 17th, sorry, 17th of December. That is, I believe Jack and Rachel can make it to that game too, so that is going to be our blending game.
What?
Bringing the two groups together. Because I don't know if you guys watched their game, but we ended with about the same place. A couple of... A day
I didn't
or
watch
two.
the ending either because I thought it would spoil things.
Yeah, they arrived at the about a day and a half before, or 2 days before you guys. So
what?
That's super exciting. No idea, and Sonova, we're gonna get to meet you.
Yes.
Woo!
In person.
Come to one of our many panels.
Yes, one of our many panels.
Many panels. We count for 12% of all the panels at PAX Unplugged.
Adam and I will have a table in the expo hall, so come say hi there.
Oh, so you guys aren't gonna have any time to hang out.
Nope.
10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
You know, we're all getting to the point where we're barely going to see each other at our shows unless we're doing panels together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there is PAX Prom.
That's true. Which I seriously read that as everybody's going to be dressed to the 90s. I was like, oh, a 90s outfit. I could do that.
Speaking of 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two Light Crew. I had that one saved up.
Iron Prince.
There you go.
Oh my god. Thank you everybody for sticking with us, and
sorry about all the masturbation jokes.
Eiffel 65.
Oh!
Nice. That was a good one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, anyway.
Anywho, thank you everybody for watching us tonight and sticking with this Craziness.
90s bands that were named for numbers. It was the
Yes.
decade of
It
numbers.
was the decade of numbers.
Yeah. All right,
Thank you,
guys.
everybody.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night. We'll
Cheers.
see
Thank
you
you.
at
How do
PAX
iTunes my
Unplugged.
password?
in
Two
two-
Yay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Larry Dixon.
Bye, everybody.
All right.
Thank you, Lula.
Bye.